Nice and easy. Nice and easy. There we go. Righty-tighty. Same thing. And there's no speed. You don't have to complete it in a certain time. You don't have to, you know, go super fast. The thing is, it is an endurance run. So there's gonna be parts of it that you're gonna be like, I am exhausted. And that's perfectly fine. Right-handed U-turns always get me a little bit. I always go a little bit wider than left-handed. Write in the comments if that happens to you. As long as you don't drop the bike, hit a cone, or mess up the design. You get 3 attempts per drill. There's 24 drills. What is that, 72? Something like that, 72 attempts you could do and finish this. All right, this is the first one you haven't done yet, the 2-pull run. This one is one of my favorites, and I wanted to save it for the last, or like the master control. So it's gonna be around 2 cones and shooting out to that outside 2 cones. I don't know why I make noises, but it is what it is. And then it's a straight shot. So no timer, just chilling, no pressure. If you complete the certifications, you get bragging rights. You get the bragging rights. Bootlace, we're powering through them. We're already in the easies. Already in the easies. And like I said, it is an endurance test. So since it's an endurance test, realize you need endurance. You're gonna get tired, okay? So you're able to do 5 drills, take a break, 5 drills, take a break for the proficiencies and the other certifications. This one, there is no break. And honestly, if you need a break, just pause right here. Take a quick breather. You know, don't make the video like 20 minutes like longer than it should be, you know, when you turn it in, because I want you to turn this in. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. So jellyfish, okay, nice little break, that's it. There it is. Jellyfish, going around everything. And one thing I always tell my students is just dance with the bike. Just like, I'm dancing with the bike. Yeah, just dancing with the bike, you know, having some fun with it. You know, get loose, don't get so stiff. If you mess up the first attempt, you got 2 more. That's the thing though, if you're on like drill number 20 and you fail it 3 times, you have to start all over. So take your time, okay? This is another one we haven't done, the orbit. This is gonna practice your cornering. So we're gonna go around it 3 times. What I like to consider here is, I count it right here. So this is 1. Okay, that's 1. Now I just go around everything. I'm looking where I wanna go. That's 2. Okay, that means I have to do it 1 more time. And that's 3. That means I exit out. That's it. That's it. And here's the thing. Once you get all these drills done, like you get the basic, advanced, and master control done, try flipping the drill. Because the cones are standard. You just have to flip the drill. You can flip the PDF or whatever, the picture. Here we go. We have the snake. We've done this one. This one's the tight turn. You don't have to make it as tight like it says in the diagram. You just have to make it. There it is. It doesn't have to look exactly like the diagram. It just has to be where, like, the arrows have to go in between the cones like the diagram. So a little fun fact, a little story, I guess some story time. When I was at the MSF rider coach training to become an MSF rider coach, you know, the guys that train you when you go to the MSF, we had testing. We always test each other on certain things. We have the tuning fork next. We just have to test each other, you know, we're teaching each other, doing all that stuff. And it came down to the, was it the motorcycle operator skills test? And that's chapter 9 in Riding Smart, by the way. The current Riding Smart that we have. We're going to be making updates, but that's part of the motorcycle test prep guide that I give you. Anyways, they stated like fail points. And so just like here, it's like, hey, don't drop the bike. Make sure you do the design as is, as it's stated. And then don't hit a cone. Like that's the fail points, right? And so during I was on the bike, and I was like, somebody was evaluating me. I was doing like all these crazy loops, and I stopped in the box like I was supposed to, and he's like, you failed. And then the head coach was like, actually he didn't, because he didn't hit any of the fail points. So what I'm trying to get at here is the design on boxer's glove, which is next. This first one, it looks like we cut it pretty close on the picture. And so you can go wide as long as you follow the arrow where it goes. So I can go super wide if I need to, if you have that space. I'm not gonna ding you on that. I think you're being creative. Now, here's the thing. You don't have all that room on the street. You have all the room here. So, if you wanna do that here for the drill so you can get the certifications, that's perfectly fine. Just know that you're only hurting yourself when it comes to doing really tight U-turns, because you might need to do a super tight U-turn in the road. It's a little fun fact, a little story. But I was messing around. I'm the type of guy that's like, I'm not gonna do what you want me to do, which got me in a lot of trouble at the fire service. So we have the zigzag. Oh, I messed that. See, I messed that. I did not set myself up for that. I was too busy looking at the phone and talking to you guys. So let's go ahead and focus. That was a mess up. That's attempt number 1 on the zigzag. I'm showing you guys what it looks like real. I'm not editing nothing. Nothing. Here we go. So let's go ahead and pay attention. So now that I know I can go wide on this, okay, cool. I got to cut through here. Cool. I need to go wide on this part to set myself up. See, and that's the thing, is that's why I give you 3 attempts. It's like, oh man, you messed up. Hey, guess what? We're offered grace and forgiveness here. We're gonna go ahead and give you 3 attempts. There is a standard though, 3 attempts, that's it. You gotta start over. But if you mess up, find out what you did wrong, fix it. Think, pause right here when you start over on that thing. Here's the next one, kidney. You have not done the kidney yet. This one's actually pretty difficult. It's another one of those straight line weaves, just like the hot air balloon. So we're gonna have to go all the way around. And just like the design shows it, like cutting it close, once again, make it a big circle. Now it's a straight line weave. Set yourself up for that first one. There it is. I want you to think 3 steps ahead at least. So we're gonna have to go all the way around everything. Once again, I'm gonna go nice and wide. And the reason why I want you to think 3 steps ahead, that's part of planning. We're gonna set ourselves up for success, put ourselves in a position for safety by locating hazardous situations. And maybe the hazardous situation is that we're going too fast, cutting it too close, and we need to go nice and wide because we know after that, we need to make that next cone, or after that, we need to make that next turn. Triple threat, you remember this one. It's the last intermediate that we have here, so let's have some fun on the triple threat once again. We're gonna go around everything. This is a big circle, so I'm gonna do nice and wide on the circle. Nice and wide on this circle. Cutting across all the way to the outside. Now it's like the bootlace where it's the figure 8. Nice and easy. Slowing it down, going around this cone, turning, looking where I want to go. Boom, boom. Having some fun. Now we're into the hards. Anaconda. This one's a little tricky, remember? It's a lot of cutting and jiving and all that stuff. I don't even know what I'm saying. Here we go. I'm gonna go nice and wide on this one. Use some rear brake if I need to. Now we got to go around this cone, shoot all the way back into this little area, go nice and wide. So I'm using all the space that I got. Going around that. Going around everything. Now it's around everything. Now it's easy. Now it's just got to make it through the exit. And here's the thing, you guys are probably gone. Some of you that are still here, I'm glad you're here, because now you're doing the master control and you're paying attention to what's happening. Probably should have said this at the beginning. It is what it is. I talk to myself. I talk to myself, and I talk myself through the steps and everything. I've done that since I was a firefighter. When it comes to tagging a hydrant, okay, I have to get off the truck, I have to pull this, I have to wrap this, I have to turn this, I have to flush it, I have to tell the engineer to go. They're gonna pull. Once it starts getting on the ground, I start unwrapping it, attaching, waiting, call on the radio, water supply is ready. Like, you see how I still kind of remember all that? It's because I talk to myself, I talk myself through the steps, so I talk myself through these steps, I talk myself through plan, I talk myself through rescue. It's very important to know the steps, and talking to yourself is not a mental illness.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? We're back. We're back. All right. Well, I got to do the rock form recap. Let me go ahead and grab it from under the desk. Got my rock form mount. Link in the description for everything. And before you guys all leave, I just got an email from Cardo. There's gonna be a sale this weekend. So it's they said I can talk about it starting tomorrow, but it's Tuesday. Might as well. They are having a 20% off sale this weekend. 20% off sale. 20% off sale. So if you're looking to get it. Get a Cardo, a Pack Talk Edge, Spirit, Freecom, all that stuff this weekend. So it's going to be, let me double check. Let me give you the exact dates. The 13th and the 14th. So that's what? Saturday, Sunday? Yep. Saturday, Sunday. Flash sale. Use my link. Yeah, with my code. It's in the description. With my link, that's how you get the discount. I'm not going to put it in the chat right now because supposedly I'm not supposed to say it until tomorrow, which, whatever. DDTF. Code DDTF. Let everybody know. You guys can grab yourself a Cardo for 20% off, which is actually quite a bit. That's quite a bit. But yeah, so Rockform recap. Let's go ahead. So there's links in the description. That's what got me into it. Links in descriptions for everything, including the free 5 U-turn drills. That's actually linked in the chat right now. But the Smart Rider Motorcycle Training System, Cardo, Rockform, my buddy's game Veritas. There's a bunch of stuff in there. Some Revzilla stuff. Yeah. So Rockform recap. I got my schedule open here. What did we get done last week? My dog had her little UTI thing and got that fixed. I just got a phone call before this from the vet. E. coli, all that stuff. So we're getting that taken care of. She's on antibiotics. She was on it for a week, so that's already done. So I'm gonna take her in this Friday. We had therapy last Friday. Had a good weekend. Got to relax. I forgot to shave, so I got some hair. It's hard to see. Forgot to trim and shave, but there's that. 10-5 is not here yet. No, he's not. He's not here yet. That's fine. They're all gonna come in. So same with Hog Rider. Hopefully everyone's doing had a good weekend. Everyone's playing around, having some fun. I've been working on the new manuscript, making minor changes. It looks like I'm gonna have to be making 21 new chapters, or like new videos for the chapters. It's a lot of the same chapters, but I made some adjustments, doing some things. 4 modules, 21 chapters plus the motorcycle endorsement test that includes 2 videos, the California Motorcycle Safety Program and the Motorcycle Operator Skills Test. And I'm going to make a new motorcycle safety gear guide, so that we're talking 21, 2, 3, 4, at least 24 videos. Woo-wee! It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to get that going soon. I'm going to spend some time working on it a little bit more just to finalize it, get some film plans going. I'm looking at it right now. And probably start filming it right at the tail end of summer. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. The cool thing is that it gets daylight out here like at 5 something, like early 5 a.m. And so it would be very easy to actually get out riding when there's light before people even wake up. So that's kind of a nice thing, and it's the coolest part of the day for the most part. How you doing, good guys and guns? How you doing, dirty skirts? Horvac, how you doing? My moto, how you doing? But we got 4 videos today. We got 4 motorcycle crash compilation videos. Let's go ahead and do a teleport 3, 2. This was the Smart Rider drills. This is the master control. So you get the digital version, you get the master control. It's basically all 24 drills, but the U-turn proficiency that's in the chat right now, that's pinned. That's the 5 U-turn drills. That's part of the proficiency. I just want to, I guess I could show. Let me show you guys the manuscript, just the table of contents of the manuscript. We'll do that. Oh, let's not bring up everything. So this is what I was looking at. This is what I'm working on. So, obviously the front page, like who I am and how to use the book and whatnot. Module 1 really condensed it down. So that's Riding Smart, 9 chapters, pretty much. And I condensed it down to 4 chapters, and you're literally not leaving. You'll learn how to maneuver a motorcycle and make it move without even having to leave your street that's in front of your house. So I was really trying to make it, like I said, I try to make everything as simple as possible. And so you'll actually know how to ride a motorcycle up and down your street real quick. I mean, like the startup procedures and the clutch control first movement are super quick. The things that you're going to be working on a lot are these last 2 chapters. And then street strategy and traffic operations, I made some minor adjustments. Combined a few things. This is when you first start getting into residential neighborhood riding using the plan method. But it was like 8 chapters of just this. And so now we're going to go on to like the little street right outside your neighborhood and city riding. Parking lot awareness, because there's we've seen some crashes and close calls in parking lots. So I wanted to do a chapter on that specifically. Curvy roads, just nice, easy roads that aren't massive elevation changes. Just easy, curvy roads. It's a good way to practice. And then when you get in the mountain, it's like adding now the elevation change. It's the same curvy road, it's just an elevation change, either going up and down. Highway riding and night riding. So part of this whole thing is that if you can do all of module 1 with like a permit. You don't need an endorsement. And you can do most of this. You can do all these with just a permit, but in Arizona, you have to have an endorsement and a license. Basically, that's what it is, to get on the highway and ride at night. So there's gonna be some parts in there. In rescue, I combined remain calm, ensure on safety. That was something that I kind of figured out. It's much easier to keep them as one chapter. Same thing with stop major bleeds and quickly assess severity. Because once you stop the major bleeds, you're doing just another assessment, and that's what quickly assess severity is in the trauma kit setup. And then we got the Smart Rider drills. Then we got a whole bunch here. I came up, instead of an 8-week training plan, now we're doing a 4-week. There's a whole bunch involved in there. But basically this way you can get everything done within 4 weeks. Give yourself 1 week for each, basically for each one. But that's what I've been working on. I'm going to keep working on it, making more and more drafts. This is the 7th draft, I think, of just this document. We're talking like close to 100 rough drafts for everything. Just constantly writing, getting everything. But this is the drills. We're going to get out of this, because we got 4. We have 4 crashes and close call videos. So how's everybody been up? What's everybody been up to? I've been adding some weight to my backpack. I got some somebody just ordered a bunch of stuff, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it to the post office today after this, because I like to think while I walk in the heat. It's nice. But I've been adding weight to my backpack. I'm at 17 pounds. That's only like 11, 12% body weight. I'm going to try to get up to 20 to 20%. So the goal is to get to 35 pounds rucking 3 miles, basically to the post office and back. It's 3 miles for me, and it's flat it's flat. And in the heat, about 4 times a week. That's the goal. That's the goal. Haven't ridden in over a month, and it'll probably be another month before I ride again. Catching the live stream kind of fits. He got in an accident. He got messed up, man. He got messed up, Moto Gaga. He's got a good attitude about it, though. He's got a good attitude. We talked about it last week, I think, and the week before that. He's got a good attitude. He's grateful. But at the end of the day, man, he got messed up. I think broken, 3rd-degree burns. Yeah, he got messed up. Good, DD from Sweet. Keep up the hustle and stay hydrated. Yeah, I appreciate it. So, like, anybody else getting into, like, rucking and doing all that stuff? Because I just signed up also. It's official for the Spartan race, the Spartan Trifecta. It's a trifecta weekend in Phoenix in November. It's 13 miles, Saturday morning, 6 to 8 miles. I think it comes to, like, 7 miles. Sunday morning, and then as soon as I finish that, I have about 3.5 miles. So I think total, it's like 24 to 26 miles in a weekend of like hiking, obstacles, sandbags, just like crazy stuff. This will be, I think, my 4th year. I think I started in 23. Yeah, I started in 23, so 23, 24, 25, now 26. So that's the 4th time in a row every year doing it. So I'm kind of prepping for that. Anybody else do anything like anybody signing up for any type of major goal or kind of like a tent pole? It's not a vacation. It's not like the way I describe my Spartan race is that it's like a yearly physical test to just see where I'm at. You know what I mean? And what I want to do is to do 2 a year. I want to do something in May, like April, May, and then November every year. So like having like that. I just really enjoy having stuff like that in my life, where it's like this test. And then I also want to do like a mental one where like I do want to get back into school. Working on the trifecta. Nice. I do the Spartan races already. I did the Beast. Yeah, the Beast is like all of them are fun. This year my girlfriend's doing the Beast. She did the sprint with me last year. It was her first Spartan, so she's like, "I'll just do that." And she's like, "This is easy." And I'm like, "All right, let's go do the Beast." So I believe she's gonna do the Beast with me this year. Buying a new bike. That's your goal. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I was looking into MBE for a possible educational path. Who knows if it's going to be a degree or cert or whatever it is, but MBE, that is Mind Body Educational Sciences. And I ordered the book and it's going to be coming in, but there's like this really big book on it. And it's basically combining the mind, body, and educational sciences. So it's psychology, neuroscience, and like educational, like pedagogy, like type sciences. So so there's like it's basically how you combine or how you develop a program or a system for students that encapsulates and encourages and supports not just the educational aspect of like, hey, here's the test and everything, but also the emotional aspect, the emotional learning experience of it, so that shame or nervousness doesn't affect the their ability to actually take the test and learn. So there's like a whole bunch involved, and then same thing with like how the brain actually learns. So it's like all multiple different disciplines kind of combined into one. It's a generalized type thing, but I think it'd be really good. It's something that I've focused on anyways on my own, something I've come to anyways on my own, and that's just how I like to teach. And so it's like I'm going to be looking into that. And that's the thing. Like if I learn this, I feel like if I learn this and I really kind of integrate even more with the actual knowledge, not just me like for spending years trying to figure it out on my own, that it'll actually help me structure quite a bit on the draft. That's why I'm waiting till the fall, hopefully, to film the new manuscript, because it's like I got what I got, but this is like all my knowledge up to this point put into a book. And then that's the thing, is like once I got all my knowledge up to this point put into a book, then like I have nothing left. There's nothing left. And so the idea is this is kind of like a springboard into possibly doing something else in terms of, I guess, a new lens, a new frame of how I approach the same subject. And so then it allows me to possibly do other things for motorcycle riders. So, because this whole book is basically your first 6 months to 1 year of riding. It's the foundational, it sets you up, but then it's like, what do I do after a year? I don't need the book anymore. It's good for like a refresher if you ever want to reread it, but like, what do I do? And that's what I'm trying to tackle with this new education that I'm giving myself. And I want to be able to tackle now the year, day 366 and beyond. And that's the thing. So that's everything I've done up to this point. Was as soon as I learned something, I shared it with you guys. And then I went and learned something else, shared it with you guys, and learned something else, shared with you guys. And I kept doing that over and over again to the point where I was able to come up with 4 modules, the whole system, all these different books. Like every time I learned something new, boom, rescue book. I learned something new, boom, this. I just repackaged and a lot of my knowledge from the MSF and everything, boom, here it is. But now it's like I'm just collecting books, and so now let's just put it all into one. But then after that's done, it's like, what do I do? Like, what can I share? It's been a while since I've done my own continuing education outside of the 4 modules that I have. So I'm wondering, this might be the next step, and it's more of like a mentorship type thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I love learning. I love LAMP. I love learning. So it's nice. I mean, who knows? I could always dive into the mechanics side of things. I don't know. It's not as exciting, I guess. Yeah, like none of that stuff is exciting. The stunting, group riding, passenger riding, mechanic stuff, mods for the bike, off-road riding, moto camping. Like I've done a lot of these things that I'm talking about, but it was never something that I was super excited about. But the moment I say something along the lines of the rider journey, that excites me. But like, what is that? You know what I mean? It's like, what is that? 'Cause riding itself is not the end all be all. The rider journey kind of is like, how do we use motorcycles to have an affect on the rest of our life? You know what I mean? Who here has learned a lesson? So we're just kind of chatting first. So if you're just brand new to what we do here, we chat a little bit before we jump into the crashes and close calls. So I have a question for you guys. How has motorcycle riding improved other areas of your life? I'm not saying like, motorcycle riding made me a better motorcycle rider, but it's like, I guess maybe I'm gonna keep giving you context. How has motorcycle riding improved other areas of your life in terms of expanded your relationships, or give you confidence, improved your mental health, made you realize that you might need to work on your physical health? So then now it like opened all these doors to new goals. You know what I mean? Because for me, I wanted to ride for brain health and mental health. Yeah, hey, doggo. For me, writing opened up the doors to doing what I'm currently doing, which is the educational business side and all this other. There's so many different things, and it forced me to grow up, made me realize like there's some form of like leadership that I've taken on, and I got something in my eye, and it made my relationships better because I had to be okay with failures. I had to be okay. Everything would be okay. Like if I messed up, I could just keep trying again and again and again. And so it's kind of built a resilience, I guess, in me. So confidence, I know if I can do this, I can do just about anything, and I'm keen to fly. And being on my bike is the closest I'll get to be a superhero flying. Nice. So exactly, confidence. I know if I can do this, I can do just about anything. So that parallel, uh, the transition. So it's like a parallel skill. It's like I learned how to do something incredibly difficult, and I'm comfortable with the risks, which I never thought I could be. So now I can apply that same learning process and that confidence to taking a risk somewhere else. That's kind of like how I look at it with a lot of things. I am more confident all around aware driver. We've met many great people. I gain more confidence as a woman too. Nice. Nice. Yeah. Helped me lose weight about 135 pounds worth. Nice. She said, sell it or leave it. I filed it. Hopefully I read that right. It more observant. Yeah. Yeah, there's like so many things that you can learn. I mean, you could say the same thing about being a dog owner. You know what I mean? First time dog owner or like pet owner, whatever. It's like, oh, I can do this. It's fun. I just want to have a dog. Just like, oh, I just want to have a motorcycle. And then you realize the responsibilities, you realize the care. You'll probably take your dog to the vet before you'll even go to the doctor. You know what I mean? For yourself. And so it really shows quite a bit. So like my goal is with that is like, if I care this much to take my dog to the vet to get a UTI check and all this antibiotics, and it's like, how come I struggle to even want to go to like my own doctor? It's like I need to take care of myself like I take care of my dog. Yeah. When are we starting? Pretty soon. Pretty soon. Pretty soon. 1 second. Pretty soon. Let's see. Yeah, the patience is important. Yeah. Except for the way to take away your acceleration, deceleration, aka one of the only 3 things we have to get out of trouble. Yeah, that's the thing. Like rev bombing it doesn't do much other than make noise. Can we review some Indian stuff, please? Like what? Like what Indian stuff? I don't really do bike reviews. Mainly because I don't know, everyone has their own flavor of bikes. 1 second. It's like I don't know. We could spend all day on bikes and stuff, and at the end of the day, it's preference. I guess that's the thing. Is like preference. Like there's no way I can convince someone to do something else that's their preference. Or I guess I don't need to convince, but like we talk about one preference, and there's like 100 different preferences, and I like to focus on like I guess I'm a logical guy. Like to focus on the deep foundational logic of something, and for me preferences don't matter because a lot of people don't. I mean, I have a lot of preferences, but they're mine. Someone else has different ones. Maybe we have the same ones here and there, but nobody's the same. There's no one else that's the same that has the exact same preferences as you. And if they say they do, they're making it up. There's always gonna be a difference, but then like the foundational truth to like certain things that doesn't change. You know what I mean? But I love Indian. I like Indian. I have sport touring, a couple Enduras, lots of dirt roads around, so need a dirt road capable bike, proper bike for proper environment. Yeah. One bike that I do kind of like, I mean, I like Honda. I just like Honda. They have some pretty good dual sports also. Writing made me learn to control my temper, that I'm not invincible, that life doesn't go my way, letting go, relaxing, be in the moment. That's a great mentality to have. It's a great mentality to have. That's one thing I learned, is that I'll never get what I want in life. I'll get what I need. Sometimes what I need and what I want are kind of the same thing, but it's never the way I wanted it, but I still got it. I guess the best way to put that is like, I don't know, let's just make it simple. It's like a paycheck or something, right? It's like, I want money, but I want a lot of money, but I got what I needed. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're never going to get exactly what you want, but you're going to get what you need. And so what I started focusing on is just like, you know, just work my hardest to get what's needed. And that lowers the expectations on life. And I'm not as disappointed. I do have high goals, and I realize how long those take. And then you have to really work hard on those goals. But that's really what comes down to, is just like working really hard for your goals. It's just never gonna come out exactly how you thought. Like with my book, it's like, hey, I know all this stuff. I can write the book, boom, done. But then I've had to do so many different revisions because it doesn't come out how I want. But it's gonna come out how I need it if I just keep working on it. What made you choose the Rebel over the Shadow or other similar metric cruisers? I've always liked the Rebel. The Shadow is a bigger bike, and it's something I can handle easy. The Honda Shadow is really nice. I like it. But the Rebel, for some reason, just was in the past. My ex, I got her a Rebel. It was a Rebel. Yeah, it was a Rebel 500, and I would ride that around every now and then. It's like, this feels good. It just feels good. So I just kind of went with what I was familiar with, and then I was thinking about the Rebel 300. The whole idea was getting the Honda Rebel to showcase what new riders can do on a beginner bike. So I was thinking, like, I'll just get the 300. And I was like, nah, I want to. If I'm going to be doing like some other stuff, I want the 500. So that's kind of like the idea behind it, of why I did that. And it's a little bit more popular than the Shadow. What I would have liked to do is like go back in the day and get another Harley Sportster. That's what I would have liked. But the idea was to, like I said, the idea was to showcase what a new rider can do on a beginner bike. You know what I mean? My wife's first bike was a Rebel 500, like in the mid 80s. Yeah, they've been around forever. How you doing, Erica? How you doing? We're gonna get started before I lose my voice. Ooh, that made me dizzy. So those of you guys that are just now joining, there is gonna be a Cardo sale this weekend for 20% off. There's a link in the description for my code DDTF. I'll be mentioning it during these videos, but these videos won't come out until after tomorrow. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up right now, so you know ahead of time about the sale. So 20% off. So if you're looking to get a Cardo Pack Talk Edge or anything like that, wait until this weekend. Just wait until this weekend. You're going to have access to 20% off versus the 10% off that I can offer you right now. So just wait a little bit. Just wait a little bit. Oh, I forgot to work out this morning. I got to work out. I'll work out when I get back from the walk. How about that? 3, 2. Yeah, you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing. I got the pen. Let's see. There we go. We got the pen. We got the buttons. Yeah, we do. Here we go. My motto, you know it. Crayons. Don't eat them. We got some Marines in here. You guys like them, but we do have pizza. You can start there. You can start with the pizzas. Don't chew on the cups too much. You know what I mean? I would like to bring the zones back in, but I might have to take away the yellow part and just kind of like leave it yellow, but like remove yellow, remove the orange, but just kind of like give it that feeling. Still keep the identifier. So like red stage is like action time. You know what I mean? I might have to change it up to the plan. You know, because I just popped this up, right? And I talk about it. So like when somebody's like getting up to a certain spot, and like I'm pausing and going through the whole situation. Hey, locating, assessing. It's like, okay, now navigate. Boom. So then it pops up. So I might have to do that. Might have to do that. I love my Cardo too. Love it. I love it. I actually have it was like an American flag skin on it. It's pretty cool. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody, we got a Moto Stars video. So we're going to be going over crashes and close calls. So if you're a brand new rider, pay attention. We don't want to make the same mistakes these guys are going to probably make, but when they do, we're going to learn from it. That's the whole point of an after-action review, and that's what we're doing here to learn. Look at the road. It's a little bit weird. We're going pretty fast for this turn. There it is. Let's go back. So when I was saying we're going pretty fast for this turn, it looks like we might have been trying to catch up to our buddies because when we're back here, when it's a warning sign, we couldn't really see them. Okay, so I take it back. We can. So there they are right there. So this is a great space in between people. And that's one of the really cool things about riding in the mountains with your friends is that you don't have to be staggered. Please don't. Please don't. Go ahead and spread out. This is a good space cushion because that allows you to have your own line, have your own ride, all this other stuff. Now, if you guys are going, let's say everyone's going 50 miles an hour, so you guys are going to stay kind of together. But if the person in front's going 70 and you're going 50 in the back, they're going to take off. And that's one of the big fears for new riders, especially when you're in the back, maybe even in the middle. You're like, I got to keep up. I got to keep up. And that's going to put you in a position where maybe you can take this 50 miles an hour and your buddy can do 70. Now you go up to 60, 65, 70, maybe even 80 to catch up. That's going to put you in a position to take this turn at 80 when you're only really comfortable at 50. And that's going to cause you not to have the skills to manage that speed around that corner. So one thing you can do is talk to each other on your Cardo Pack Talk edges because it will wrap around. It's dynamic mesh, so you're connected to this. You're connected to that person. That person's connected to the person way ahead. So it's like a relay type thing. Okay, so it's actually pretty cool. There's going to be a sale this weekend, June 13th and 14th for 20% off. Link in the description. Use code DDTF. You'll be able to get the Pack Talk Duo if you want to go with your buddy. It's actually cheaper, and you get the 20% off. You guys get 2 units with that. So it's pretty cool. But the main thing here is try not to keep up. So when I'm watching this person ride, they're going pretty chill. Okay, we got some lean angle here, cruising. We're not really going super fast. And it felt like on the straightaway, we're gonna catch up. We're speeding. We're not really set up for the turn at all. We're still straight. Now we finally started to turn. Okay, so like you can actually start slowing down and getting prepped for the turn. Your body angle a little bit early, and then enter the turn. But right here, we just went a little bit wide into the ditch. And this is where you can yell at your buddy, hey, I crashed. Because they might not be able to see you. They're focused on their line. It's like, oh, crap. And they'll hear like, ooh. You know what I mean? Like, you lost all your air. I crashed. And then you can talk to them, and they'll turn around, hopefully safely, and rescue you. So we got the rescue card there. But it's part of the Smart Rider motorcycle training system, how to rescue, bunch of different drills and stuff. Check it out. Links in the description for everything. But that's one of the big reasons why I have a Cardo if I'm ever in a group ride. I want everyone to have a Cardo. Oh, side of the vehicle. Yoink. Oh, hand. Could this have been avoided? Oh, it's asking if it could be avoided. Let's take a look. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is utilizing the plan method for this situation. That's part of the Smart Rider motorcycle training system. So position for safety, locate, assess, navigate. So we have to locate hazardous areas. And right now, this is kind of weird. There's some cars here. Not a big deal. There's some cars. We have a big van kind of blocking my line of sight here just a little bit, but overall not too bad. Now, when it comes to positioning for safety, what I want to do is position myself off to the left on this side because I want to have a big space cushion from anybody pulling out. I don't see anybody up here kind of like doing anything, okay? I have a line of sight issue when it comes to anything outside of this. So for positioning, I'm going to be off to the side because then I have escape to here, I have escape to there, I can accelerate. And that's one of the things is that you have 3 things you can do. I keep saying things. Mercy swerve, mercy brake, mercy accelerate. So I want to be able to have multiple ways to swerve. And if I have to accelerate out, cool. If I have to brake, cool. When it comes to braking, progressive front brake and progressive rear brake. Okay, so it's a squeeze a little bit, get some weight, more. Okay, that's what that is. And we talk about it in the book, but we'll probably talk about it more here. Okay, now that you went through it, right? So we're still doing the plan method. We're still locating, assessing. Locating, assessing. Am I in a good position? Locate, assess. Good position? Okay, cool. If somebody pops out, I have to navigate. So that's a side of the vehicle pattern. Very quick. It was very quick on the perceived threat and then took action. So immediately started braking. So 60 or 80 kilometers an hour is about 50 miles per hour. Not too crazy. But this is the moment where you do one of the 3 things. And he did one. He did the mercy braking. That's good. But you can also mercy swerve or mercy accelerate. Sometimes accelerating, that's usually one of the ones that you don't use much other than lane splitting and you get caught like right in that moment. Then you have to accelerate out. Here, though, we see it. So mercy braking. So that rear tire is starting to slide out. So he really slammed that rear brake. And it locked up the tire and it's starting to slide out from underneath them. So it wasn't progressive. Front brake wasn't as progressive. And it's really hard to stop at 50 miles an hour because our total stopping distance is actually kind of far. So once I start getting past 30 miles an hour, one of my go-tos is swerve. Anything under 30 miles an hour, I can brake really quick under 30 miles an hour. Now, I can brake at 50, I can brake at 70, but the thing is the total stopping distance for whenever something pops out at me, like in an emergency situation, is just so far. It's so far, and that's just physics. So swerving is really going to be the biggest thing for me. So when I see this, somebody pops out, my first instinct is to, yes, apply the brakes because I'm hoping they're going to stop. But right here, I'm going to start releasing the brakes. And it happens quick. And you're going to make decisions quick if you practice and train. So at this point, I'd release the brakes and do a swerve to the left. Now, we're all armchair quarterbacking it. I get it. But I'm answering this question, and we're actually having an educational discussion about it. So overall, bad things can happen, do happen. Please be a smart rider and acquire and use personal protective equipment just in case something bad happens. It is what it is. Hopefully his leg is fine. Or her leg is fine. I don't know. Her leg, yeah. Her arm. Hit pretty hard. I don't know. Here we go. What do we got here? Full suit. Oh, somebody's passing with a passenger. Please make the turn. Oh. Okay. So this person scared them a little bit. We're already riding our line. It's kind of a straight turn. It looks like it's turning left, though. It's turning left. But we went wide. So we got distracted. We panicked. I don't like it when people pass because it makes you go like, oh, crap. That's probably what happened here. Oh, we're catching up. We're catching sharp left turn. I have to mute that. Came in like a wrecking ball. All right. So let's go back just a little bit. So we're getting up to here. We're getting closer and closer. Getting closer. Okay, that means we're speeding up or they're slowing down and we're maintaining speed. Either way, we're closing the gap. And we have a crest of the hill up ahead and it looks like it's turning left. And we had that sign say, hey, sharp left turn. We were not prepped for this. It looks like we have our hand pinned down on the throttle pretty hard. Just overall bad mechanics. And we're trying to apply the brakes when we could have just made the turn. Yeah. Overall, maybe he was just trying to catch up. But that's one of the big problems when you're trying to speed and catch up. All right. Here we go. Side of the vehicle popped out. We're going to apply the brakes. Oh, we had plenty of time.
This rider was caught completely off guard when emergency.
Completely off guard. Vehicle comes out. Okay, vehicle comes out from a 90-degree turn onto the same, lane that you're in. You have to realize they're making the turn 15, 20 miles an hour. Let's say we're going, what are we going? I don't know, I can't tell. 55. So we're going 30. We're catching up to them either way. Let's say they did it at 10 and we're going 31 miles an hour. They're going 10 miles an hour. They're going to have to accelerate to go. And that's one of the emergency acceleration things that I'm talking about is if you're a brand new rider, you're making that right-handed turn, that tight turn from a stop on a stop sign, and now you're on the road. That's when you should do emergency acceleration if there's traffic to go. So it's one of the navigating active threats. You're the active threat because you're slowing traffic and it's unsafe for you to be that slow. So the vehicle's going to turn and then be slow. Okay, you understand that, right? You understand that. So if we're over here witnessing a car get in front of me and they're going to be slow, at this point I'm applying the brakes. Because I'm gonna run into them if I don't do nothing. Like I have to wait for them to accelerate to the flow of traffic. So I'm gonna apply the brakes right now. It's annoying. Yeah, they should have, went when they could have gone and then be at an appropriate speed so I never have to touch my controls, but that's not how life is. That's not how riding is or driving is. So I would have been applying the brakes here. He never changed. I mean, he was going 53 kilometers an hour, now he's going 49. I don't think he ever touched his brakes. So once again, now a lot of new riders are scared of the brakes because they don't want to accidentally layer down, but that's why you practice your progressive braking. So don't be scared. You need to be able to use your front brake because that's what's going to slow you down or stop you. That's why a lot of new riders are very comfortable with that rear brake because they're used to it because they come from a car where you use your foot for the brakes and they think it's like the car brakes. No, your rear brake only does like 20% braking power. Your front brake is kind of like your car brakes. So you got to get comfortable with the car brakes. Your hand.
This rider was caught completely off guard when an emergent driver suddenly cut straight across for a left turn. Unfortunately, he just didn't have time or space to react properly.
I know MotoStars says this kind of stuff because they send it in, I think, with some context. And that's what this writer said. I'm assuming. Oh, no. I got to mute that. Everyone loves the TikTok songs, all the Instagram reels and all that stuff. There goes his bike and his camera, and he's just going to sit there. Hopefully he's riding with somebody so they can check on him, but he's off the road. Oh, is this the same person? Yep. You guys saw that sign? You guys saw that sign? So this looks like Arizona. Maybe, yeah, parts of Arizona at least. Let's go back just a little bit. So it starts off. I have to mute it. So it starts off. You see the chevron signs. It's pretty cool seeing it up close, right? Not really, but we went wide because we're going fast. Now it's going to show the other view. I wonder if it's going to be the same. If there's going to be music. Yep. Okay, right there. You guys have to pay attention to these signs. You have to. And when I say pay attention, you see it. Okay, cool. Start memorizing what these signs mean. It's kind of the point when you took your permit test and your license test to drive, right? They only showed that sign, and you're supposed to name the sign in multiple choice, like what the sign is. They didn't tell you what the sign was. They just like, here's the sign. What is it? So it's very important to actually memorize what these signs are. And there's only a few that you need to know. I mean, the speed limit sign is pretty easy to understand. It literally says speed limit and the number. Got it. And then that sign, then a lane merging, a lane added, a T intersection, cross intersection. These are all very important to understand, and you're going to see them all the time when you're out riding or driving. So it's very important to understand what they are. And then to know, hey, there are warnings, especially the orange ones. They're caution signs. The white ones are typically like, hey, here's the regulation. So like the orange is like letting you know there's going to be a change that's happening. Pay attention. And that's what we need to be paying attention here is that this is a sharp left turn. It's not a curve. It's not the little squiggles. right? It's not a lane merging. It's literally saying, hey, it's going to pretty much do that. And it's recommended 20 miles per hour. It's probably like a 40-mile-an-hour road, maybe 35-mile-an-hour road. And it's like, hey, recommended going from 35 miles an hour that this road is rated for. But this turn, I recommend you do 20, which means it's a drop in 15. Let's say it's 40. So it's a drop in 50% of your speed. We recommend you drop 50% of your speed to make this turn. That should let you know logically, hey, this is going to be a sharp turn. It's not going to be something that you should take at the 40. Recommend you could do 40. Go ahead and do 40. It's not illegal, but we recommend you do 20 because it's not as safe. And so if you're a brand new rider, or you're a rider that has experience and you're kind of like tired and you don't want to make a beginner mistake here. So let's slow it down before the turn. And all the chevrons indicate it's a sharp turn. They put those chevrons, those signs right there. It's a sharp turn. The closer they are, the sharper the turn. The farther away they are between each other, the less sharp. It's still sharp, but it's going to be a longer turn. If it's a super bunch of signs together, it means it's a very sharp turn. Very narrow, sharp turn. So we got this right here, and we went wide. So there's all this information out there, and that's part of planning your ride. You need to locate it. You need to navigate it. Okay? So let's pay attention there. Yeah, that will get you if you're not paying attention. Been riding this canyon for over 5 years and never had a spill here. Somehow lost control and went off the cliff, but luckily I jumped clear before the bike went over. I walked away without a scratch, and the R1 will be back. Okay, if you've been riding it for 5 years, have you been... When I hear somebody say, I've been riding for 20 years, but I got, 5,000 miles under my belt. Or I've been riding 20 years on the same road. It's like, then you add a different road, and then it's like, they're all screwed up. And so when I see somebody say, I've been riding this canyon for over 5 years, what? Like once every 3 months for 5 years? That's not the claim that I think is good, is that you've been doing it for 5 years and didn't recognize that this was a sharp turn. I don't know. I'm getting a little critical here. I hope he's doing fine. But that could have been real bad. Yeah, it's like 1 year of experience and 4 years of reputation. He's all sad. It's okay, baby. It's okay. All right, here we go. Night riding, highway riding, 91 miles per hour. We got clipped on the merge. He kept up the bike, though. Very nice, very nice. I'd be very cautious. There's another sign saying recommended 35. So real quick, we're doing 103 in 6 car. But one thing I noticed is it's kind of like the flow of traffic. Let's go to the very beginning. Watch how the cars are kind of going with the flow of traffic. A little bit faster. Never mind. But you see how they're not, even at 100 miles an hour, they're not like zooming past people. That's pretty intense. Where are we at? McKinney? North 75. Somebody write in the comments where that's at. So this was a merge area. So they didn't show it. So this is a merge area. Now it's a solid white, but look how close we're cutting it. It looks like we might have just... Are we swerving into them, or did we just switch from the left lane to the right and we had to swerve left to maintain a straight line? You know what I mean? I think we're passing. This person shouldn't have jumped out as quick like that. It is what it is. But when we're going high speed, acting like idiots, we're going to have more chances of a crash or a collision. And it's a merge area. So when it comes to planning our ride, locating hazardous situations, intersections, merges, patterns, corners, these are all hazardous areas. That's why they make a solid white, so that you're not supposed to be switching lanes in front of a merge area, but he did. It is what it is, he did. But the thing is, I care more about what we have control over, maybe not speeding, acting like idiots, and maybe not trying to pass people around merge areas. And if we did switch lanes too, we also switched over solid white. I mean, like, there's all these different problems that are happening. Let's just take it easy. I get the adrenaline. He got very lucky with the clip right here. He almost fell off. The bike stabilized. His buddy's taking the he was going straight. We accidentally took exit 1. Exit 1. Where are we at? We have to be either on the East Coast or somewhere. I don't know. Exit 1. But what I like that he didn't do was be like, I need to go this way, and tried to make it and hit that. He just decided we're going straight. Found my escape. Now I'm going to go ahead and remain calm, ensure my own safety, double check everything. That guy is doing his thing. Now we're moving on.
Admitted that this incident is exactly why target fixation is so.
Open lane pattern, you saw that? So we switch over.
This writer later.
We don't want to be stuck. And it was a good switch because he went all the way to the other side. He kept the space cushion. But we switched over because we don't want to be stuck behind this car. And there's an open lane to our right. So if you're new here, we talk about open lane pattern, but this is from the motorcyclist perspective. We typically see it from a car's perspective, and we want to pay attention to that. But this is an open lane pattern. We switch to the open lane.
Target fixation is so dangerous.
We do it
He
too.
tried his hardest not to steer towards
Oh
the
no.
barrier, but ended up riding right into it. Thankfully, both he and the bike are perfectly fine.
A little scrapage. He rode the wall. One thing I want to point out here, so if you are brand new, or if you didn't know this, hey, we're on asphalt.
This incident
Right?
is exactly why target
Watch the
fixation
bump.
is so dangerous. He tried his hardest not to steer.
You see that bump? Hey, we're on concrete now.
That this incident is exactly why target fixation is so dangerous. He tried his hardest not to.
The bump happens right when it transitions. So, when you go over a bridge, it's not going to be exactly level. This is a problem that I had when I was first started riding. I was riding around in Phoenix, Arizona, and I was doing my thing, and it's an on-ramp. It's like they have these really long sweeping on-ramps, and I was doing stupid stuff. I was going the speed limit, maybe a little bit over, but it's still fast. And I was like, I'm going to make this turn. This is fun. So I get it. I understand. The thing is, I'm already turning, and I hit a bump, and now it launches me. I was on the inside lane. Here, hit the bump, and it launched me to the outside lane. So more than likely, that's what happened. He was in the middle of a turn. Let's go back just a little bit.
Admitted that this incident is
You even see it
exactly
again.
why
There's
target
multiple
fixation
bumps
is
because
so
of the
dangerous.
joints. So right here, I want to point out. So when he goes over that, it's going to be a bump. Now watch.
Admitted that this incident is exactly why target fixation is so dangerous. He tried his hardest not to steer towards the
That's going to mess you up when you're trying to turn going fast. So what the lesson here is that if you see a bridge or like an on-ramp, highway speeds, all this other stuff, and it's like a turn, be cautious. Go over it nice and slow, or not slow, but go over it nice and easy and then make the turn after the fact because you need to get over that bump first. Don't try to turn with the bump because then you can have issues. I don't know. Little story for me, but that's what it looks like. Thankfully, nothing bad happened. Scary, it'll make you crap your pants. There, see, that was another one. Look, once he got off the bridge onto the asphalt again. Watch. Right there. So you have to watch out for the expansion joists or the connectors, all that stuff. So he goes over this spot right here. Same bump. Oh, a little love tap. Yoink. I don't understand how drivers do this. They literally just don't pay attention. Do they just not know how close they can get to a motorcycle? Oh. I bet you that shifter knob's always loose, and whenever she hits somebody like that, she's like, "Oh, it's not my problem. It's not my fault." It's an excuse. Anyway, here we go. Off ramp, we're going pretty chill. Nothing crazy. It's a sharp left turn. You see the chevrons. Nice and easy. Very good. Very good.
He left himself absolutely no chance.
Intersection. So he's doing a head check. He's going to look. Oh, gravel. You see that? See the gravel? Yeah, even that right there.
He left himself.
So we're looking like we're doing everything right.
Through safely.
So take a look at this view. I'm going to go just to the back, just back a little bit. Where do cars typically go on this road? You can kind of tell. It's hard to draw it. Yeah, I'm just pointing out the gravel. So cars will go this way or this way, right? So all the gravel is, think of all this gravel as like a median almost. Cars can go over it, but this is like a median. Like a raised curb, all that stuff in the middle of the road. It's a median, you know, that helps direct traffic. So all the cars are pushing the dirt in that spot because they don't drive on that. They drive on the areas that look like asphalt. You know what I mean? So you don't want to be making your turn in there. So we were looking, we did everything, but we're now going straight to the gravel when we should be going where everyone else goes. That's all that is. And there's going to be a lot of gravel here. There's going to be a lot of gravel. So how did we get to that point?
And with way too much confidence, he left himself absolutely
We're looking left,
to make it through safely.
and we started our turn late. We should have stayed a little bit more to the right. So we hit the gravel. So yeah, gravel will knock you down in the middle of a turn like that, but we can avoid it a lot of times. So pay attention to that. He was doing everything right. Nice, easy around the turn, all that stuff.
Enough tension, swerves into a motorcycle's lane and gets dealt with.
Good swerve.
Karma.
Oh, and a cop. Now, I don't think it was on purpose. I think the cop's just gonna give him, you know, a ticket or a warning about like, hey, pay attention, dum-dum. What I want to point out is that the motorcycle rider did an amazing job. The motorcycle rider, I'm going to point out all the different things, is that we have a good space cushion. We are staggered with the other rider. So if anything happens, we swerve, right? We can swerve and not hit each other. You don't do that, but it's like this, I guess. We don't swerve and hit each other, but great space cushion right here between him and the car. This is what you call position for safety. So with position for safety in the plan method is you have one escape route minimum. You have good line of sight ahead of you, which he does, and you have a space cushion around things that could potentially hit you. So a space cushion in front of you for a vehicle, space cushion to the sides, and then maybe being staggered so that you have like this gap in between. So overall, he's in a position for safety, very good. And then he locates a hazardous situation, assessing any relevant threats, and immediately goes into navigating if it's an active one. And so when we have this person, he's locating, starts coming over, the other car starts coming over, he starts going over. He's not going to let them take his space cushion and then finally move. He's not fighting for the lane.
Swerves into a motorcycle's lane.
You find the escape, the one escape that you had. You have an escape to the front, too. You can accelerate also. This is where emergency acceleration can come into play. But it was good, just a nice, easy swerve, because we don't want to get a ticket either.
It's dealt with.
So it did a nice little swerve, and then it gets pulled over. It is what it is. It gets pulled over, but good job on the rider. Good job on the rider. All right. Oh, a little panic. All right, so we're coming up to here. They shouldn't have turned left from the right lane. I get it. Damn, that sucks. Can't swerve right, can't swerve left. We can only do emergency progressive braking. This is why it's super important to practice your braking. Also, it's very important to not let a car be side by side with you because now you're boxed in and it reduces your options to swerve left or right. It was passing, I guess. But still, you don't want to be staying side by side with the vehicle because now you can't swerve left, you can't swerve right, you can only brake or accelerate out. And I wish I could have just swerved.
This rider definitely need to slow down.
60 kilometers an hour, we're going 100.
Collision with
That was the recommended back there.
And he barely managed to keep his bike on the road.
Yep. Oh, now we're set up for this turn now. Ooh, very lucky he slowed it down. Oh, interesting. He was able to navigate the turn when we were going 60 something. Interesting. Interesting. We slowed down enough. We were able to make that second turn where we're going 60.
This rider definitely need to.
Interesting. Very interesting. You see how I was able to just pick out the number and the sign real quick. Very quick glance, move. You're passing it anyways, but just a quick glance. Oh, 60. I'm going 116. Probably slow it down, but I want to keep up with my buddy.
Slow down. First, he narrowly avoided a head-on collision with an oncoming car, and then he barely...
So he wasn't able to navigate this turn as effectively. Was able to stay in his lane, going 126 now, which is about anywhere between 75 and 81 miles an hour. Was having to slow it down. So good job not panicking there and actually slowing it down. He probably has a good bike where it has lean angle traction control or lean angle ABS. So if you don't have like a very expensive bike, or at least a bike with all these rider aids like traction control, lean angle traction control and ABS, you might only have ABS, which is just going to help you going in a straight line and braking. Lean angle ABS kicks in when you're actually leaning at an appropriate level. So there's a lot of different stuff out there. So probably has that on his bike and saved him on that. That's a pretty tough skill. You can kind of tell with all the different buttons we got here. So ATC6, AWC2 on the dash. It's in a, yeah. Look at the bike. Yeah, it's probably got all that stuff. All right, so nice chill ride. Oh no!
Hey!
Time to rescue. Time to rescue. Talk on your cardos. Thought I heard him moaning.
Hold on, this guy just crashed. Hold on, dude.
Remain calm.
Call you back.
Oh, he's on a phone call. Oh, different person? Okay. So what happened here? Going nice and chill in a group ride. Good or not staggered, but good space in between everybody. But if you notice where his feet are, let's go back just a little bit maybe. Okay, so he's probably got mid controls. So it's a cruiser. With mid controls and you're leaning, it's really close to the ground if you lean too hard. Rear controls on sport bikes, not too big of a deal. So forward controls, it's kind of the same thing with mid controls, not as bad. But mid controls, when you lean down, you're going to probably scrape and grab your foot. I have a feeling that's what he did. Oh, he put his foot down anyways. So at this point, the bike, it fell. Started to fall right. So he's upright. And then right here, I don't think we're off the road yet. I think we slammed the brakes because we recognize we're going off road. So we slammed the brakes, laid it down. Keep your foot on there and focus. We talk about target fixation as a problem. I wanted to get that out of your guys' mind. I say this all the time. Target fixation is not a problem. Target fixating on the problem is a problem. Target fixating on the solution is not a problem. He's target fixating right here. This is the problem because you're going to go off road. If you keep your eyes focused on the out or the exit of the turn, your body will tend to follow. And if you're focused on this, you're going to start telling your body to listen to your freaking brain and eyes, and you're going to want to do it. So target fixate on the solution, not the problem. So you panicked. So you target fixated on the problem.
Hold on, this guy just crashed. Dude, I'll call you back.
All right, later.
All right, so we have people down. Time to rescue. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Wait, you dropped your passenger and just walked the... What? Oh, no, he didn't. Okay. So he doesn't even... That's his bike upside down. I thought that for some reason, movie magic, that was him that fell, but it was a different person that fell, the one standing up now. So panicked, person's running up. Okay. You see the cluster? You see the cluster here? Hopefully he put his car in park. The cluster that's happening. Why is the first part of rescue remain calm? Because if that chick, whoever fell, I don't know. Can't really tell. This person right there that fell, she could hurt herself, hit her head, knocked herself out. Well, now she's part of the problem. Now she's a patient too. So the whole point is to remain calm, pull yourself off to the side, shut off your bike, side stand down, get your trauma kit, Start looking around, do your assessment, ensure your own safety, make sure no cars are coming, you know, make sure you're fine, okay? Hopefully somebody's called 911, you point out to someone to call 911, and then you look for the people that are actually injured and you try to stop any major bleeds. Simple as that. But you need to remain calm, because if you're not, you're going to go into this panic mode of like just dropping things. Now there's just, it's more chaos. You're adding to the chaos. If you remain calm, you're actually adding order to things. I don't understand that part, but we're moving on. All right, we're gonna go in and out. That is an open lane pattern. We switched over. We're gonna go ahead and stop. Oh, sometimes it's safer just to go than to try to stop when cars are not paying attention. Oh, do you have a passenger? Help me up so I'm not sitting on these hot parts. Open lane pattern. We're gonna go in lane split. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Oh, it's an open lane pattern. They might want to switch over. They want to switch over because they don't want to be stuck behind that car. So just go. Okay, roundabouts, intersection. I didn't even have time. Let's go back.
At this speed, the rider
Is that a jump cut? That's a jump cut. I was gonna say, there's no way. Once we're gonna watch it, but one frame, one frame, one frame, one frame, one frame, one frame. Okay, we're doing. Okay, let's watch. I was like, you tricked me.
Definitely should have kept more distance.
Stop doing it.
A split second of inattention and he simply couldn't brake in time.
Oh, so he endoed. How many times are you gonna do the same crash before you learn? All right, moving on. Whoa, soccer ball. Yeah, what the heck? Did a kid throw it out? Oh, smart move to do it when there's a wet road up ahead. Ow, right hip. Easy. Point of view, pull out without looking. What's up, bruh? Nah. Nah, I don't feel like it. Don't feel like it. Roll up your. I would roll up my window because all he has to do is grab it and pull it and snaps it. I hope he broke his hand. I hope he broke his hand. I hope he broke his hand. Is that a slap or a punch? Looks like he slapped it. So I hope he didn't break his hand. I hope he broke his wrist then. Crash uploading. We're going off-road, having some fun. Okay. We have a turn coming up ahead though. Got a little too fast for us. Oh, yeah, down. Oh, we're all gonna do it. Hey, he didn't crash. He did though. Oh no. One second, let me take a look. So we hit a car. Okay, that's what it is. We hit a car. We're in the lane. Okay. So it's easier if you actually look at it from upside down. So don't turn your phone. Just keep your phone there. If you're watching on the TV, I pause it for you. Look upside down. Oh, it's even harder to draw. This is the direction we're going. Cause you see the tail lights? And there's another tail light right here. And so it looks like we're maybe trying to lane split, or last second we weren't paying attention and collided into the back of a car. That's what it looks like. Yeah, you go ahead and flip your whole TV. If you have anything above a 40-inch TV, it's very easy. Anything over 40 inches is very easy. Just go ahead and grab it. But yeah, that's what's happened. There's another bike right here. So it looks like we weren't paying attention and collided in the back of a vehicle that was stopped. This is when we rescue. Yep, right there. There's the vehicle. There's the vehicle he hit right there. So she's not doing good. When you get to this position, you really do need to learn how to rescue. More than likely, if we flip the card over, so you get a card when you get the whole system. You get the digital if you get the digital version. And you get the digital version even if you get the printed books. So I give you both if you get the printed. So it's a good deal. Anyways, this is a head injury symptom situation. Possibly spinal. But right now, the signs and symptoms are head injury until she's conscious, and then she's like, I can't feel my legs, or I have tingling, loss of sensation. Then you can kind of work towards spinal cord. You don't know yet unless you go to the hospital and she's still unconscious. They do x-rays and MRIs so if she can't tell you. So if anything, the fact that she's not moving or talking, I don't know if she's conscious or not, but let's just assume she's not. That's a head injury. That's a head injury. Disoriented, nausea, vomiting, all that stuff. There's all that stuff. All you can really do at the end of the day on scene is stop any external bleeding, lay them down, and then monitor changes. Keep them warm if you can. Looks like they're going to stay warm with that. Don't take the helmet off. Don't do that. We don't know if there's a cervical spine injury. But that's not good. Very high impact. So we really need to get back to the front of the card and remain calm and call 911. That's all we can do. Sucks. This is why it's so important if you're going to have a passenger or even just by yourself to try to prevent the accident with skill, with planning your ride, so we don't have to get to this point. Because at this point, there's not much you can do outside of this stuff right here. Thankfully, there is some things that you can do. So it looks like they're calling. That's good. I'd be checking arms, legs, back, spine, abdomen, chest, everything, feet, legs, everything for any major bleeding. All right, going chill. 50, we're accelerating. Nighttime, hazards, hopefully no deer. Whenever I see somebody at night riding on a road that looks like this, it's a deer. It's just a deer. There's always going to be a deer. It's never a car, kind of just stopped in the middle of the road. It's just a deer. Be very careful. Thankfully, he wasn't speeding, going too crazy. But if you're out here by yourself and there's no one around, turn on your high beams. Just turn on your high beams. Yeah, let's say no brights. Yeah, turn on your high beams. Nice and chill. Ooh. Good brake. He lifted up that rear back. He almost endoed. But good job with the brake. You hear the UPS driver? He tried. He heard it. He saw the rider last second, was trying, that UPS driver. So pretty cool on the UPS driver. But great job with the braking. But here's something that's really important. We go back to plan. I'm spending a lot of time on this video, but we go back to plan. Locating hazardous situations, corners, intersections, and then we have some patterns involved, but corners and intersections. So you're entering an intersection with terrible line of sight because the UPS driver is blocking a lot of stuff. Looks like there's construction. It's just chaotic. Let's go ahead and add some order to the chaos and just kind of cruise through it nice and chill, which thankfully he did. He's only going 26, so that's actually really good. That's why he was able to stop in time. Now imagine if you're going like, hey, it's green for me. I have an open lane. Let's just have fun. You go from 26 to 46 from here before you get to the UPS driver. Then you impact because you're not going to be able to stop in time. This is why it's very important to just be like, chill. I'm going 26. I have an open lane. What a wonderful day. I'm going to go 26, cover my brakes, watch out. I'm going to watch out. So he's not increasing speed. I'm blocking it, but watch his hand. So just chilling. And he's like, I'm coming up to the intersection. He's ready to go. with the horn, I'd be. So we put our hand back on the handlebars. Good job. Good job. Instead of reaching for the horn, maybe he was the one honking the horn. I don't know. But we're going to the horn instead of covering the brakes. We did the horn thing first, not the brake part. So you're coming up to the intersection, yes, both hands, but then cover the brakes instead of cover the horn. The horn didn't do much. What saved him? Let's see if he. So he's not the one that honked. So he's the one that actually applied the brakes, but you would have been able to be a little bit more prepared with the brakes covered versus the horn. So guys, stop with the horn. Stop with the horn. It doesn't do anything. It's not going to save you. You're not going to honk the horn. It's just going to magically teleport the car away. Got to do something else. Good job with the brakes, though. Good job with the brakes. Zelk 636. Zelk, go ahead and grab yourself a slice of pizza. Come take a seat. You did good. There's some things we can improve on, but overall, you saved yourself, so that's a win. UPS driver's like, yeah. Chevron, farm area. Watch out. Anybody else want to pass? Good job. Moved away. Handled it. Nice and chill. Nice chill group ride. I have to mute that probably. I looked down at the keyboard, so we're going to look at this again. So he hit a bump. It messed him up. We're just going to go off-road just a little bit, straighten it up, navigate through, get back on the road. Yeah. Good job. It is what it is. What did it say at the top? When you try to lean a cruiser too far and have to go off-roading. Okay. Hey, it's a close call, but Handle did not panic. Did not panic. All right, so intersection. Anybody want to? This guy wants to switch over, huh? Yeah. Always ride staggered with cars on the road. We just did an open lane pattern. So this is an open lane pattern, by the way, guys. But ride staggered on the road. You notice how we're staggered with the white car? That white car does not want to be stuck behind the black car. The blue car is moving faster. It's like, I'll just get in that lane because the blue car is moving faster. That means I can be in that lane and I'll go faster. So he switches over. We're staggered, so we didn't get hit. We just did our head check. Now, why would we want to switch lanes? Because we don't want to be stuck behind this car. We don't want to be stuck behind the blue car. The car in the left lane, I know if I accelerate, I can get past everybody. So I did my own version of an open lane pattern too. We all do it. We all do it. We all do it. Good job with the brakes. Dumb car driver wanting to shoot for it. Oh! Move over new position for safety. Good job. All right, so we're going to lane split. We're going 0 miles an hour. Very interesting. We're never increasing our speed. Oh, swerve right. If you're going to be doing it, do it. Don't be like, we're target fixated on the Mach 1. Mirror hit. Nope. Ooh. Oh, my Lanta. That's probably why he didn't want to swerve in that lane, because he saw the truck coming. But found the escape. Let's just get out of here. We're embarrassed now. Just don't be riding like that, though. Always be aware. Yep. Are we going into a merge area? Yep. Oh, good job. Applying the brakes. They switched over to the open lane pattern, long line of cars. They want to switch over. Same thing here. Roll off the throttle. You guys are going at highway speeds. Roll off the throttle. Look to your left. Get ready to go. Accelerate out. You're on a motorcycle. You can accelerate faster than this van. Tank slapper. All right. It might be the road that's the problem. Oh, we're going. Oh. If you're going to have a tank slapper, my immediate first thought is not to remove my hands off the handlebars. I don't know. I don't know what he's saying. Oh, switched over. That's why I like middle. I like middle. We're on the inside. We did the outside crap. Hey, we're racers. We're track day guys out on the road. It's perfect when there's no oncoming traffic when you're out on the track. It's great. We have the best line. We can maintain the most amount of speed. We have full control, outside, inside, outside. Oh, wait, when we're out on the road, there's cars that can't drive. There's motorcycle riders that can't drive. There's just idiots out everywhere. And they cross the line all the time. all the time. I like middle, middle, middle. Middle, middle, middle. Not outside, inside, outside. Not inside, outside, inside. That's a weird one. Middle, middle, middle. In order to maintain a line, like you're drawing and coloring within the lines, you have to be kind of aware. You kind of have to slow yourself down, focus on the end picture, you know, focus on it. So middle, middle, middle forces me to maintain a line in the middle, which forces me to slow it down, to maintain a middle, middle, middle. If I start going a little bit wide, oh, I went a little too fast, I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Oh, I have to focus on that. And I do that because at the end of the day, if somebody does, this is me right here in the middle. I'm very tiny. She said, no, she didn't. If a car comes out, boom, hits me on the inside. But if I'm in the middle, I could just go boop. Not a big deal. Very lucky here. Had to swerve to the middle. Had to layer down maybe. I don't know if the music is copyrighted. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Grab a slice of pizza. Get out of here. All right. Now we got more. We got more. Don't get out of here yet. That's for the video. That's for the video. We have 3 more to go. 3 more to go. Yeah, My back. Stay put for now, Shmee. Stay put for now. My hand got all messed up on the bottom. You saw that? All right, so we still got to push out the Cardo thing. So if you're just now joining, Cardo is having a sale this weekend, June 13th and 14th, for 20% off. So don't buy anything yet. You're like, I'm going to buy something on Friday. Wait till Saturday. Use the link in the description. Code DDTF. Like DDTF. DDTF. No. DDTF. The tiny little DDTF. All right. All right. We're going to jump into this one. Let me go ahead and check this real quick. Get all these random emails. No, GoPro, I don't want to buy your new. Why cover the stupid rear brake? Why not cover the one that actually shows? Yeah, I mean, I don't even really cover the rear brake. I use it, but I cover the front brake and I start applying that. The moment I start applying that, it triggers something in me to now start applying the rear brake too. But I keep my feet, the balls of my feet on the pegs, you know, until it's ready to shift, until it's ready to brake. I don't know, I feel like I have more control. Not the heel of your foot, the balls. Why do they call it the ball? The front part of your foot, not the back side. So your toes, I keep it like, I don't know. Here we go. Let me adjust the lights real quick. That's why. There we go. I didn't have any overhead light. That first video is going to look a little underexposed. Get well, Colin. We're here for you. Keep us updated. Keep us updated every week. Every week. All right, guys. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, another MotoStars video. So we're gonna be going over crashes and close calls. Here we go. The whole point is if you're a new rider, let's pay attention.
Sometimes no matter how
Side of the pedestrian, all these things. So we're gonna be talking about the plan method,
and as always, right side.
and we're gonna be utilizing that. There's the side of the pedestrian, up and over. We grab traction on our front tire, and our momentum launched us over. You really only see this with sport bike riders because sport bikes are really kind of like condensed. So then the method of it falling over. There's some physics involved. Cruisers are a little bit more spread out, so it's not going to be as easy to flip it over.
Yeah.
Unless you're Christopher Nolan making Batman and he flips that truck. That was pretty cool, actually. That was a practical effect. Anyways, we're going to be going over some crashes and close calls. So if you're a brand new rider, pay attention. We're going to try to figure out what happened, if we can do better, if they did great. We're just going to have learning lessons, but everything that I'm talking about is based on the Smart Rider motorcycle training system. It's my books. We have the rescue card, a bunch of other stuff. This is the printed version. You do get a digital version with it, and there is a straight up digital version, instant download. Boom, there you go. So we're going to be talking about this. So it looks like he's trying to learn his wheelies. Let's take a look. Now you can learn your wheelies, have some fun. It's a great parking lot to do it, but you're running out of road, and now you're going to be in the ground dying. Okay. So great parking lot to practice. So great parking lot to practice. I'm not a fan of wheelies. I don't see a real need for it, but that's just my preference. So if you have your own, that's great, and you want to practice wheelies, practice in a parking lot, wear full gear. As smart riders, we acquire and use personal protective equipment in case something happens, especially when you're learning something, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. So get some stuff for your bike to also protect it, like its own little baby helmets and like little armor protections. You know, that's engine case guards, you know, crash bars, all that stuff for your bike so that it will walk away just like you can if you have full gear. But this is a great parking lot to do the Smart Rider drills, 24 motorcycle training drills. Practice, have fun. It goes from beginner all the way to expert. There's some videos in there too, and you get a digital version on your phone, so you can put your phone. There we go. You can put your phone right there, and you have the drills, so you can actually pay attention. But yeah, we crashed. Whiskey throttled it out. Just lost balance, and so then it just did that. All right. Red brake lights. We have a left.
Oh.
We have a turn arrow that's... Oh! Damn it, Steve.
You did say
It's time to rescue.
how do we
Get the bike off him.
this way?
There you go. You guys got like multiple... That's interesting. So I didn't know BMWs... Look at the dash. I didn't know BMWs did SOS. Oh, maybe there's a system involved where it calls because it crashed. So that's what the Cardo Pack Talk Pro does, actually. There was a guy in Phoenix that crashed, and he was in a ditch, and it actually called his wife, and they went and found him. If that wasn't the case, he would have died. I think he had like a punctured lung, broken ribs, and a bunch of other stuff, but the Cardo Pack Talk Pro has that. I mean, I use the Edge for Cardo, and I'm bringing it up because there is a sale June 13th and 14th for 20% off. Link in the description for 20% off. Usually it's only 10% with my code. It's 20% off just this weekend, June 13th and 14th. Grab it.
SOS!
Yeah, pick that thing up.
You got balls of steel. I know.
Oh, hell no! Move!
Oh, there. So that's something interesting to point out. So you see how he stopped immediately and his balls hit that. I don't know if it's steel. It's more than likely just, you know, all the flesh and muscle and everything. But you see the impact just on that small endo. So we talk about don't look it up. I tell you guys not to, but I see the comments all the time that you guys do. With Google Safe Search off, do not look up traumatic open book fracture. Don't do it. But if you are, it makes sense, right? That when you stop and you slide up and you hit your boop boop right on the gas tank, how that much force can cause the traumatic open book fracture. I mean, just even that's probably gonna hurt. Could pop a nut. Here we go. All right, so we're all riding in a group ride. I feel like I've seen this. Whatever. Boom, boom, boom. So he dumped it. Looks like a distinguished gentleman's ride. All right, cartoon biker.
That the upcoming corner scared him so much that he panicked and reacted completely.
Panicked and reacted too quickly. So we're going around the corner, couldn't see very well. Up and over. The front tire hit the beam. That's why it launched him. Pretty high impact, so that's the easiest C-spine problem. Yeah, I feel like I've seen this one. We did see this. So we're going to go ahead and power through it. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't finish it. I'm gonna have to edit this part because I don't remember this. I'm gonna have to edit this part out, but I don't remember. I remember that. Maybe I stopped halfway through. This is 2 weeks ago. Did I stop halfway through? No. Yeah, we did do this one. We did do this one. All right, we're going to have to end that one. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I must have had it because I keep track of everything. So I must have accidentally copied and pasted. A little bonus for you guys. Let me go ahead and fix things up on my end so I don't accidentally put that out there for you guys. That's the 50 minutes, 6 minutes. Okay. Delete. Not a big deal. Yeah, we used that one already. We did that one. I was like, I remember the shoes. I was like, oh, it's cute. They're matching. I don't remember the balls of steel one for some reason. It is what it is. Not a big deal. All right. So we still got 2 more. This one came out 2 days ago, so there's no way I did that one. That guy looks familiar, though. This is a 3-year-old video.
Do you not see me coming?
No, I wouldn't have turned if I did.
That's a great response.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sorry. Can somebody help me lift this up? Stop. Hey, Cordo, stop.
Hey, Cardo, stop.
Do you not see me coming?
No, I wouldn't have turned if I did.
I wouldn't. No,
Do you not see me coming?
No, I wouldn't have turned if I did.
I wouldn't have turned if I did. So just realize when somebody does these stupid things all the time, like cutting out in front of people, like this right here. This is the thing.
Rider, but luckily the speed was low and the rider wasn't hurt.
So this right here, it's like I wouldn't have done it if I saw you, basically. So that's the mentality a lot of these drivers have, is that it's like I don't want to hurt you. Like I wouldn't have done this. Like, so it doesn't excuse, because they still did. It doesn't excuse it, but we need to get rid of this malice behind. And I'm not recording right now. We need to get rid of this malice behind these car drivers. And it's like they're out to get me. This whole mentality when I started riding motorcycles and throughout my motorcycle career since November 2011, it's always the comment of ride like you're invisible, ride like everyone's trying to kill you. If you're going to ride around like everyone's trying to kill you, the moment there's a minor inconvenience, the moment there's somebody that's just kind of moving close to you, maybe turned out in front of you and you only had like 2 seconds, you know, that they made it and now it's like 1-2 seconds and you finally go. It's like, and it's kind of close or whatever. you have a close call, and you get in this mentality of anger, and you get in this mentality of like, they're out there trying to kill me. They're out there trying to kill me. Like, F you, punch a mirror, slap a mirror, kick a door, all this other stuff. You get pissed because you're riding with the mentality and the state of mind. They're out there trying to kill me. When it should be, I say should, I don't like using the word should. You guys do whatever you want. This is how I feel. I feel like I'm the only person that can tell myself what I should be doing. And so let's reframe that. I should be riding with the mentality that I'm here to keep myself safe and everyone are just a bunch of idiots. Everyone's a bunch of idiots. They make mistakes. The new person in class is an idiot, technically. Like you just join the class on a new subject that you don't know anything about, or maybe it's the next year, it's freshman year, and it's boom. You're an idiot until you learn. And that's not a big deal. Everyone's an idiot when they first start. Cool. It's a matter of you staying as an idiot for the rest of your high school. And now you're a senior, still taking the same class, and you still haven't figured it out. Now it's kind of like you're an idiot. You stayed an idiot. I just assume every car driver out there got their license 1 year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20, 30, 40 years ago, and never took a continuing education class to get better than just the standardized test. They're all idiots. They all think they've been riding and driving for 30 years, thinking that they're amazing because they say they've been doing it for 30 years. They're an idiot. You've been doing the dumb thing for 30 years. You've practiced being an idiot for 30 years. It doesn't matter how many years you have under your belt, how many miles under your belt. It does not matter if you've been practicing the same stupid crap for 30 years. You're worse off than the guy that's been practicing for 6 months doing stupid stuff. Because at least he can change easy. So like when I'm out there riding, I'm not out there or driving. I'm not out there thinking to myself, everyone is out there to kill me. I'm thinking everyone out here is an idiot and they don't know how to drive. So now since they're out on the road, it's legal to be on the road, and I'm out here driving with them, I got to be the person that is smarter. I got to be the person that is actually going to be cooperative. I got to be the person that's going to get myself out of danger. I got to be the person that's going to keep them out of danger. I got to make it home without any incidents, and I'm the smartest one out here. Theoretically, I don't know. I'm assuming, because I'm assuming they're all idiots. I'm the smartest one out here, so I have the responsibility to take care of myself. They're trying to kill me. They all hate me. No, they don't even know who I am. All they know is that there's a sweet-looking bald guy with a nice beard. It's very manly, all this other stuff, and he's driving one of the badass-looking Chrysler Pacifica vans I've ever seen. Nobody's thinking that, but I like to assume. That's it. That's all they know. So just don't think that people are trying to kill you, because then that's going to put you in the mindset that now I got to fight. So like if they're idiots, I mean, I guess you want to hit an idiot because like you're being an idiot. Stop being an idiot. I get that. I don't know. We're gonna start that one back up, but we got this one first. I don't know where I was going with that, but does that make sense? Does that make sense? I don't know. You can't kill a ghost just saying, hey, tell that to the Winchester brothers. Just need some salt. You need to burn their bones. Just saying. Wait a second. Craigslist for minivan, bald dude driving. I got Chrysler Pacifica. I do want to get rid of it though. I would love to have a Toyota Sienna. I'm a van man. Dan the Van Man. I love vans. I don't know. Like, I don't get it. I used to love trucks. I used to love, like, when I was a kid, I really, for some reason, loved the BMW Z3. Like and when they did the Z4, I was like, eh. But I liked the Z3. I was into the Shelby Cobra, you know, the old one, not the Mustang Cobra. I loved the Shelby Cobra, and then I went into trucks, and I loved the truck. I loved being able to throw my shit in the back of the truck. But then once I got a van, it's like I could still throw my shit in the back of the van. I just keep all the seats down. I don't have any kids or anything like that. I just keep all the seats down. I like the stow and go because then I can put them up if I want to. But I could throw shit in the back of my van too, like it's a truck. I don't know. The Z4 had cooled seats even back then. Damn, they were ahead of their time. Vans are, thank you, Steel Bob. Like vans, we're in between crashes and close calls. So if you're brand new to this, like this is so everyone can have a slice of pizza and eat. The thing is, in order to get a slice of pizza, you have to hit that like button. That's how you sign into class, and it lets me know how many pizzas I have to get every week. But those of you that have been here, you know that. You know that. But we're just kind of chatting in between. It's like vans, man. Steel Bob. Like the Sienna is like amazing. I really like the Mercedes Sprinter, but the more I looked into it, I mean, I like the room and all other stuff, but the more I looked into it, it's just so expensive. They have like baseline work, like infotainment and like roll up windows and like. I'm like, if I'm going to be riding in a van that's a Mercedes, it's got to be nice. Like Toyota Sienna base model has better stuff in the front. You know what I mean? More creature comforts than a Mercedes, which is weird. But yeah, Toyota Sienna. I also looked into the Kia Carnival because it looks like a Suburban, but it's actually a van. So that was interesting. But I'm not a fan of Kias because they don't last very long, and Toyota is just, for some reason, a Toyota will not only retain value but go up in value, which is weird for a vehicle. But a Toyota Sienna, they just don't look as good as the Pacifica. Pacificas look very sporty. Yeah, exactly. And so I was looking into not just the Mercedes Sprinter, I was looking into the Ford Transit. But I don't know. The whole idea about all that stuff was to like put my bike in the back and like make it basically an RV. But man, I think a Toyota Sienna. If I was gonna get a new van, I'd get a Toyota Sienna, like top model, and just enjoy it. I probably don't need the top model, but if I had the money, I don't know. Toyota Yoda. There's some pretty cool vans out there. I missed the Astro van. That thing was pretty sweet. Lifted vans look good. I don't know. Be sweet to have a Toyota Sienna 4x4. You know what I mean? Do they even make those? Doesn't offer it, but it does have advanced electronic on-demand all-wheel drive. Okay, that doesn't mean much to me. I mean, how cool would that be? How cool would that be? Yeah. Look at this thing. Oh, man. See, that's a Toyota Sienna. I don't know what we're talking about here. But look how cool that would be. Look at that. See, like, I don't know. I would never go off road though. Like, I don't know. I probably would, but it's more so for looks at that point. And I don't really need to like look cool. I don't really care. The taxi van. All right, guys, we got to get going on this one. We have 2 more, right? Yeah, we have 2 more. We had to get rid of the other one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody, we have another Moto Stars video. Oh, we have a T intersection coming up. So the whole point of this is we're going to be going over crashes and close calls. The idea is that we're going to be picking out what went right, what went wrong. So if you know what an after action review is all about, don't hit a lawnmower. That's the first lesson of today. Don't know why this guy was doing that, but we're going to be going over how to navigate all these things. So we're using the plan method. It's part of the motorcycle training system that I have. There's 3 books so far. I'm working on the master book. That won't be out until probably next year, but the plan method is very important. We're going to be using these videos to showcase some of that stuff. So let's take a look at side of the tractor. Okay, that's a pattern, part of locating, side of the vehicle. We're going to add side of the tractor. We haven't had one of those yet, and I've done thousands of these videos. So we're coming down here. Very cool. Let's see if we can go even further. Hey, we're all blurry. Hey, everyone. So we're just chilling, 45 miles an hour, not a big deal. Covering or closing our visor. Looks like we just got on the bike.
Situations these riders run into.
So we do have an intersection coming up. We're going to go into left turn lane. What is this weird thing in the road? That's going to be like going into intersections. Let's start there. Let's just start with the basics and the foundation of what plan is. Locating hazardous situations, corners and intersections. We're going to see corners and intersections in this video probably because it's something I see all the time. That's the dangerous areas for motorcycle riders. So if we know it's the hazardous situation, it's a hazardous area, it's a dangerous area for motorcycle riders, we should be paying attention to that. And we should be assessing if there's any relevant threats. What the heck is this dude doing on a lawnmower or weird thing, a scooter, like we're far back, we don't know. It's like, what is this? It's weird. I don't like it. He's kind of crossing some lines. I don't know. That's going to put you in the mindset of, I should be watching out for this guy. And then if something happens, I navigate that active threat into a new position for safety. So I'm already kind of getting ready because it's an intersection. So once I see an intersection, I'm covering the brakes, both hands on the handlebars, looking for escapes, just checking for any left turners, any right turners. What lane am I in? Like, what's going on? Do I have to slow down? There's a bunch of traffic. Like, it's weird. So I'm prepped and ready for this weird thing. I get through it, go to the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. It is what it is. That's part of the deal. Right here. This is a problem. Don't like it. Don't like what this guy's doing. He's covering both lanes, basically, and I'm just going to kind of cruise past him. I'm going to slow it down and be like, I might even slow down just enough to yell out, "Sweet ride." Like I want to be able to yell out "sweet ride" at a slow enough speed where it's almost like he can like see my mouth move with those words. Because like I want to cruise around him gently. And it's got a zero turn freaking lawnmower, not paying attention. Dude's on his own mission. He's the main character in this world. All of us are NPCs. Instant impact. So overall crappy situation. Let's say we got to this point. I would hope that I acquired and used personal protective equipment because I just hit my knee really hard, my shoulder, my head maybe.
Kidding me, dude.
I like being a smartass. So you'd yell, "Get a brain moron." That's a good one. I like to say "sweet ride" because then maybe he thinks like he doesn't have a sweet ride, but I called it a sweet ride. So he's like, he's being an ass. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, that bike's done.
I'm Gore and 38th.
I like to be a smartass.
Got in a motorcycle accident. Some dude pulled in front of me on a lawnmower.
Damn, that sucks, dude. Is he just gonna take off?
Hey.
All right, he's got a job to do. Here we go. So burn this image in your head. What do you see? Hey, you see motorcycle riders and cars. All right, let's take a look. We're all parking. Oh, somebody just clipped us. Ooh, they didn't clip us because we would have had more damage to us. So they might have hit a car.
Hey.
He might have hit us.
Hey.
No, because we would have that amount of damage. So he must have hit something. Hopefully not another rider that was behind us. If so, it's time to rescue because that's a high impact. I mean, look at the vehicle. So he hit the back left of something. So he hits the front right. Piece of a motorcycle seat. So he might have hit somebody. Damn. Okay. I don't like this music. Oh, what the Why are you... What the heck is going on with this video? Okay. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. The car driver... So a lot of people will be like, "Oh, this car driver's trying to kill us." No, the car driver is not paying attention and is going to run into the back of the vehicle in front of him. So he just straight up turns the whole car instead of applying the brakes, which is weird. And we were just so happened to be lane filtering. Why are we getting carried though? Who's this big dude? Drivers, please watch your surroundings. Well,
Kidding me, man?
Okay.
Are you Why are you cutting through the
I'm
thing?
pulling out of the spot.
Oh my God, man! Why are you cutting through the spot?
City refuses to pay for a single thing as I didn't get hurt enough. Had to go through insurance for my bike. All medical is out of pocket. City refuses to pay for a single thing. Why would the city pay?
Why are you cutting through the
I'm
thing?
pulling out of the spot.
I wonder if this is a recreation. Like if you're parked here, right? And there's no one here, don't you guys do that too? Isn't that kind of common? City truck? Oh, okay. Isn't that common? Like people do that all the time, right? So we're going through here. Now, should he have been paying attention? Yes. But we can also pay attention. We see a car kind of doing this and we're coming out this way. It's like, go ahead and stop or go around. You know, this is why part of the new book that I'm building out, there's one chapter on parking lot awareness because this kind of stuff can happen. It's not very common.
Oh my God, man!
But everyone pulls
Why are you
through.
cutting through the.
Now, should they be doing that? I don't know, but I'm just answering why it would cut through. So a city refuses to pay for a single thing as I didn't get hurt enough. I don't know if that's the excuse. Had to go through insurance for my bike. All medical was out of pocket. Insurance, yeah, for your bike, but the city should have... I mean, you just sue the city then. Just sue them. If you had medical, you can just sue them. Because they have liability insurance for all this stuff.
Oh, my leg.
The city didn't refuse. The insurance decided to refuse your medical. They were like, hey, we'll pay for the bike. But you can sue if you want. I would if there was enough medical.
I think my case is cracked.
Buy a bike? I guess so.
I mean, he didn't get hit by one, he hit me, but...
Oh, you hit him? Yeah.
Oh, don't admit that. Don't admit. Even if it's your fault, don't admit. Now, I'm not saying like it's a moral thing, but it's like even if like you don't know you did it, and a lot of people are like, yeah, I did it. Like they feel bad, so they say they did it. They try to do that. Now you're liable. So you might not even be the person that's in fault. I'm not saying that situation, but you might not be the person at fault. And if you're on scene and like a cop hears you or it's recorded, they're like, yeah, it was my fault. Boom, it's your fault. That's it. Like you just admitted you created the problem, even though you might not have done the problem. You might not have created it. So just keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything. Even if you are at fault, let the insurance handle it. Let the cops do their investigation. You don't have to. Just don't. Just don't. I don't know. Here we go.
What should have been
That's not legal advice.
situation turned
I'm not a cop.
all because
I'm not a lawyer.
we were behind.
I'm just saying
It's
that's what
like
I
he
heard.
was distracted by something else and completely missed the
I mean, there's something
pedestrian
called the
and
Fifth
rider stopped
Amendment.
right in front of him.
All right, so we have side of the pedestrian. Hopefully nobody hit us from the back. All right. I don't know what you said. Fingerless gloves are always weird to me. I don't understand it. Oh, there's the right leg. A little bit of limp. All right, moving on. A little bump, a little speed bump. Lots of crazy oh, come on, psych. Good job on the rider. Good job on the rider for not like, because if he swerved left, he would have gotten head on with that car. Just let the guy hit him. It's not going to make a big adjustment to you moving, but stupid cyclist, man. It could have been a lot worse. Yeah, it's a kid. You gonna learn now? Oh, my Lanta. How far do you have to back up, dude? It's a Subaru. Are we in freaking Oregon? I can tell. I can tell. It's either Washington or Oregon. Alright, getting through here. A little low side. There's going to be our butt crack all scratched up. Rip to new fairings. Well, rip to your pants. So went a little too fast in the corner. I said that we're going to be going over a lot of this, but this is the live stream, so if you guys want to follow, hit the subscribe button. Do this every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. The first video is 40 minutes long-ish, and we went really hard into it, and now I'm just kind of having fun. We're going to go over some good ones. If there's a good one, we'll go over a good one, but those early ones were kind of dumb. So right here, though, we have a sharp right, sharp left turn coming up ahead. It's a crest of the hill. We're on a cruiser. More than likely, we're going to go wide, scrape some peg, dump the bike because we're going too fast in the corner. That's a sharp corner, and these bikes right here are not really designed for cornering. They're designed for cruising straight for the most part. So you kind of have to be slow in the corners. You don't have to, but I recommend it. Let's take a look.
This rider admitted that this was his very first crash and he couldn't be more thankful for wearing the right.
So here's the sharp right. We have a sharp left coming up ahead.
He lost his speed. He walked away without a scratch.
Oh, I heard the peg scrape. So now we have the left coming up. It's going to be another sharp left. There's the pegs. You watch enough of these videos to that you can actually kind of point out. I'm about 75% accurate. Sometimes some random stuff happens. But if you're on a cruiser bike, so if you're a brand new rider and you're like, I want to ride on a cruiser, just understand that you need to keep your bike more upright and use more of your body and slow it down just a little bit. And the reason why you keep your bike more vertical and upright and you lean your body in the turn is that if you turn the bike into the turn, that's where the pegs will start scraping. So if you're able to keep it more upright and turn your body and slow it down just enough, you're going to be able to keep those pegs from scraping. Because if you scrape those pegs and it's okay to scrape them just a teeny tiny bit. I used to do it. It's fun. But if you go too far, now the peg's going to grab the asphalt and it's going to knock you. Same thing with floorboards and saddlebags. Cruisers are notoriously, and they're meant for, lower clearance. You like scraping your pegs? They're fun. They're fun. What are we listening to? What are we listening to? Enhance. Enhance. He's listening to rock at least, but I don't know what these bands are. Anyways, going a little too fast, 121 miles per hour. Let's see what happens, especially at night. Highway speeds. Are we gonna collide with a car that's gonna merge from one lane to the other because they couldn't see us because we're just hauling butt? They thought we were way back there and we just came up on them quick. Or is there gonna be a curve? It looks like we're close to a bridge. Is there gonna be a curve on the bridge? We're gonna go wide and hit the guardrail. What do you guys think? Write it in the comments. Oh, speed wobbles. Forgot about that one. Yeah, should have. For some reason, I don't know why I didn't say that one, but that's definitely something that's going to happen. Speed wobbles. There was a merge. Bro, if you're having this many problems in one night, take a week off.
Huh?
Sorry, man. They braked in front of me.
There you go.
All right, here we go. Intersections, hazardous area. Don't low side. Oh, don't go wide either. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Hey, good job, good job. This is where you practice your turns. This is a very easy turn. The left-handed turns are actually a lot easier than the right-handed. It's a little bit more dangerous because you got a lot of traffic. You're crossing traffic. And so that's where the Smart Rider drills really come in handy. You have 24 motorcycle drills to practice in a parking lot. You only need 10 cones or 5 tennis balls cut in half. That works too. But 10 cones, there's a cone kit. Comes with the whole system. But this is where you practice so that you're not going wide on a wide turn. I get it if you're going wide on a sharp turn, but if you're going wide on a wide turn, you're new. Or you're making a new rider mistake if you are old or experienced, whatever. You're making a new rider mistake. And so just take it nice and easy. Find the entrance of your exit, basically, the gate, and get through it. Get through it. A little too wide. Now, why did that happen? I guess we could spend some time on this. Is that we start accelerating. We're going 10 miles an hour. We get up to 30 before we even make the turn. So we're accelerating in the middle of the turn above and beyond maintenance throttle. And what that's going to do is push us to the outside. It's just like for people riding in the mountains. They're accelerating super hard. It's going to push them to the outside. They're going faster than their skill level allows. A lot of people can do this and, going from 10 to 30 and make these turns, but they're the ones with a little bit more experience. They're making the new rider mistake if they go wide. So a new rider trying to add a bunch of speed is going to go wide because they don't have the skill of turning. It's just not there yet. You can turn the bike, but it's just not there yet when it comes to doing this part. So take it nice and easy. I wouldn't have accelerated past 20. So go to 10 to 20 and maintain 20 around the turn. And once you're straight, then accelerate. That's what I would have been doing if I was a new rider or telling someone that's new. It's like, just make the turn at 20. Don't go faster than 20. And then once you get through, shift if you need to third and get going after 30. Just keep going. But don't do it in the middle of the turn. You don't need to. You can do it up there. That's exactly what happened here. And that's what you learn with this. That's what you learn with riding smart. You learn all this stuff. But that's the problem here. So we just shot ourselves to the outside. Thankfully, didn't panic and got back on the road. I checked the rims though.
Here is another situation where target fixation and panic reaction in a pretty tricky corner all combined to cause some major trouble for the rider.
Exactly what I was talking about. Same thing with this rider in the mountains, or not in the mountains, in a nice curvy road. This is a great area to practice if you did the right speed. But it's the same thing with this, okay? So he's saying target fixation. What else?
Panic reaction.
Panic reaction. So if target fixation, target fixation is not a problem. So if you're a new rider and you hear, people are out to kill me, I need to ride like I'm invisible, don't target fixate. No. All of those are actually kind of wrong. Don't ride like you're invisible. You want to be visible. You want people to see you. People are not out there to get you and kill you. That's going to put you in the mindset of I must fight and defend myself. They're not out there. They don't want to hurt you. Trust me, a lot of people aren't looking out for insurance scams. I mean, there's some people are, but no one's out there to be like, I can't wait to kill someone today. I don't want to say nobody. There's some people. But not everybody. The vast majority, 99% of the people don't want to do that. When it comes to this target fixation, don't target fixate. That's a problem. That's not real. Don't do that. You want to target fixate, but you want to target fixate on the solution, not the problem. If you're target fixating on, let's get up to the point here.
Combined to cause some major trouble for the rider.
So if you start target fixating on this tree, you're going to go to the tree. Okay? Yeah. So that's where people say, don't target fixate. No. Target fixate is where you put your focus. You're fixating on a target. Start thinking about the words and the terms here. You're fixating on the target. So your target might be wrong. So fixate on a target that is correct. The road. So if you all of a sudden start looking at this and you're like, oh crap, there's the panic, right? So we also learned, let's not panic, but you're going to. That's the thing. I could just say, don't panic. You're gonna panic. So how do you navigate the panic? Okay, so navigate, right? We might be the hazard. We might be the threat. Oh crap. Soon as you recognize yourself saying, oh crap, you're like, oh, I need to listen to Dan and the Fireman. I know that I'm panicking. Let's target fixate on the solution. I'm panicking for the problem, find the solution. Panicking on the problem, find the solution. Panicking on the problem, find the solution. The moment you are like, oh crap, that's a signal. That's a warning sign. When you think, oh crap, that's the warning. Ignore it. Focus on the solution. That's how you can pull yourself out of a panic. Now, you're going to suck at it. At first, you're going to be like, oh crap. And then like a day later, you're like, oh, damn it. The goal is to go from a day later, an hour later, a minute later, to a second later. So you're going to have that, oh crap, second later, focus. It's practice. You can practice this on a slower road. You're going to have oh crap moments in a parking lot. You're going to have oh crap moments in a neighborhood. And the point is that you're also practicing the oh crap, switch it quickly to solution. Switch it quickly to solution. In a neighborhood, you're doing 25 maybe, max. And so when you have a oh crap moment, you're only going 25. So you're able to quickly maneuver. If you're out here practicing the oh crap moment going 60, 70 miles an hour, you have to do that quickly in 60, 70 miles an hour with higher stakes, higher risk, higher everything. So that's why you practice progressively in a neighborhood first. And that's why I tell you, it's in this book. It's in this book. We go in the neighborhood and we practice this so that we can target fixate on the solution. Okay, now it's starting to look like boobies. Target fixate on the solution. You're like, oh crap, nope, solution. And then we go. Okay, I don't know. There's a lot involved. It's more like psychology. Thankfully, he didn't panic after the fact because he could have slammed the brakes and dumped it. He was able to get back on. All right, so we're passing an intersection not recommended, but they did what they did. We're filming with a potato, doing a nice little wheelie, spent all our money on our bike, not our skills and camera, because it doesn't have any audio. All right. Yeah, he spent all his money on protection for his bike. So we're going to go ahead and lose balance, shatter our left femur, tib fib, our knee. Not good. And this is where we rescue. We rescue. Okay. So he's got protection for the bike. All right. So we're going pretty fast around here. Hit a bump. Now we're going to go off-road. So remember what I said? It's like, oh, he is right in the wall. Nice, 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 nice. Hey, that's the best outcome that could have happened
The next clip is a
in that situation. But getting ourselves in this position in the first place, 142 kilometers an hour, that is anywhere, that's about 88 miles an hour. He almost went back to the future there. Went a little too fast for the corner, hit the bump. That's really kind of what messed us up. That right there messed us up really bad. And that's the thing is you don't know when that's going to happen. You can't even see it in the road. Maybe the compression for the camera and uploading to YouTube created that problem, but you don't know that's going to be there or not when you're riding, especially if you're going above the speed limit. If you're going the regular speed limit, it's going to be like, oh crap, that's weird. But then you're able to navigate the corner. If you're going so fast, you're going to be like, oh crap, this sucks. And then you go off-road. So slow it down. Just chill. Enjoy the ride.
The next clip is a perfect reminder that even when you have a green light, you should always double check the intersection.
Green
no one is blowing through.
doesn't mean go. Green means check both ways. Is it safe to go? Then go. Very lucky. Good job. Did the same. Checked. You know, that's probably what a normal incident would look like if you were checking before you went. the heck? I don't want to listen to that. So we're doing one of three things. Well, I think we're doing both because he's hitting the brakes. We're doing two of three things. You can only do three things in an emergency. Three things on a bike, really. You can go, you can turn, you can stop. So you can accelerate, you can turn, you can brake. You can emergency accelerate, you can emergency swerve, emergency brake. That's all you can do. Honking the horn, cool. Rev bomb, cool. You know, whatever. But those are the three things that you can do on a bike. The other stuff just allows you to. Turning it on, you know, shifting in the appropriate gear, having hand grips. You know, it's like all these different things allow you to do those three things. So when you see something like this, you're like, what do I do? You can swerve, brake, or accelerate. So he's swerving where they're going. I would swerve where they're not. I'd be applying the brakes as much as I can. Hopefully I could just stop in time. But if not, I'm going to make the last minute swerve. If we're speeding, that could be a problem. We're speeding in an area. We're probably where we shouldn't be. So it's 100 kilometers an hour. That's 62 miles an hour. I don't think this is a 60-mile-an-hour area. At least in the United States, when I see an area like this, it's probably like 35. You see what I mean? So we're putting ourselves in a situation where it's going to be harder to swerve, harder to brake, and it's going to be harder to accelerate because we're already putting our bike at the higher end. So now going from 60 to 80 isn't going to do much, but going from 20 to 50 is quite a bit, right? It's a big difference. And so we removed a lot of capabilities of our bike by speeding in an area where we should not be, because now we're going to have to do evasive maneuvers at a higher speed with not a lot of room. I would have went right. I wouldn't have been speeding. It would have been easier to brake.
Here's a great example of lane splitting.
All right, lane splitting, or lane filtering, because everyone stopped, I guess.
Saved him from another.
Slow it down. We're going
Another
40,
much less careful.
probably kilometers an hour. You got idiot riders going in and out. Doink. So that's an emergency acceleration moment, but you wouldn't anticipate this guy doing basically a U-turn in the middle of the road. This is why we wear gear, just in case. Thankfully he does. Not on the legs, though. Oh, subtle foreshadowing. So that was definitely the Jeep driver's fault. It's going to be hard to... It's going to be hard... Oh. Yeah, he's off the ground. He's on him. All right. There's not much we could have done. We're if you notice in the video, we're riding near the line the whole time, so it's not like we switched lanes. The guy basically came into us. Unless we switched lanes. Yoink. Yeah, it rips up. I had a little war story from firefighting. There was a young girl, I would say early teens. Like, when I say early, I mean 13. She was crossing the street, and a car, not a Jeep, a car, ran her over, and she had tire marks across her chest, and it wasn't like a dirt transfer. It was like a burned imprint into the chest. Tires get hot. I mean, it's all that friction, right? And it just ripped off basically her shirt and clothes and stuff. So when I saw that right there, riding over the top of him, it's ripping his clothes and his flesh and burning. It's not just like what a lot of people think it's like crushing. It's doing that too, but there's also the burn, the friction, the tire rotating, ripping. His head would have been crushed possibly if it wasn't for the helmet. So yeah. Anyways, wheelie time. Got an Instagram notification. Doing pretty good until he's not. You know, he's practicing in an area that's kind of like there's no traffic. I like it, you know. Rather you do this than in the middle of the city. You know, just check yourself, rescue yourself if you need to. Okay, bike's done. Call a buddy, get it towed, all that stuff. Might not be rideable. Who knows? Sometimes bikes are pretty resilient. Oh, my Lanta, 230. I have a cheat sheet because I don't know anything other than America units. And it at the bottom, it's 210 kilometers an hour. I have to flip it over for this one. That's 143 miles per hour. 143 miles per hour. This does not look like a track.
Biker definitely came in way too hot and got a really valuable lesson very fast. He is incredible.
250. So we're hitting 250. What's that? 155. 155 miles an hour.
That the oncoming drivers were paying attention and reacted in time.
Yeah, the drivers aren't paying attention. Okay. The road is not your track, guys. I'm boxed in. Okay, so in this situation, if you're brand new or if you want to, like we've been in these situations where like the car in front of you is passing the truck, you want to pass too, and so like you just kind of follow the car, but now you're side by side with a big truck, and it's like I'm boxed in. That's the feeling here. I wait behind the truck, like back more in this lane. In this lane, I'm back way more. So I'm still staggered with the truck, and I'm keeping a visual of the car in front of me, and I'm waiting until they are more than staggered. Like they're past the vehicle, past the truck. And then now one of two things usually happens. The truck decides to switch over into that big gap I gave them, or the truck stays, and now I have enough runway and space to accelerate and get to the other side of the truck because the car is way ahead. I don't follow behind the car to where now I'm kind of stuck and boxed in. I don't do that because there's been times where the truck might want to switch over because now you're in a blind spot with the truck. And another thing that nobody ever talks about, how many times have you seen a truck on the side of the road with a blown tire? Quite a bit, right? It doesn't just blow up when they pull over on the side of the road and then it blows up. These tires are massive. They are heavy, massive tires with a lot of tread. If you're side by side with a truck, there's been 2 times where I'm driving on the freeway and I'm passing and a tire blew, and it was loud, and it blows off pieces of the truck sometimes. I don't want to be side by side with a truck when a tire blows, when I'm on a motorcycle. With a car, it's going to damage my car. It is what it is. I'm not going to die. But if it blows up next to me and the tire tread, which has wires in it, if the tire itself has wires in it and stuff, it's going to lacerate me. It's going to knock me off my bike, and I'm going highway speeds. So all in all, what I'm trying to get at is stay behind in your lane. So where you're staggered with the truck, wait for the car in front of you that's passing to get way ahead past the truck. One of two things, they're going to switch into the lane, or it's now time to accelerate and get away from the truck. Stay away from semis. Stay away. You're never going to win. Ever, 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 ever. You're never going to win. The only thing that's going to beat a semi is a train. That's it. So you made a choice. Oof. Hit a bungee strip. Made a choice to pass. I mean, I guess you could do that. I would have just waited. Oh, look, flying trash. Stay away as best you can. There's not much you can do. What, am I going to pull over? Okay, so if somebody's pulling out, why are you stopping? Good job with the brakes, though, by the way. Hey, he's got flowers. I'm realizing, yeah, you're on the other side of the double yellow. Not paying attention, wasn't realizing it. That's what the double yellow and a yellow line is for. It separates different traffic. Oh, what's up, buddy? What are you doing over there? Can't park there. Maybe there's a medical emergency. Well, kids always panic for whatever reason, but now a lot of people think the horn is laying like it's on because the person's on it, like they're unconscious and on it. Sometimes you damage a vehicle enough to where the horn is just going off. There's been many times on car accidents where I would pop the hood with my and then with my snips. So I had snips in my turnout gear. Just cut the horn. Because it's annoying when you're on scene and it's like you're trying to talk and communicate and do an assessment. It's like just cut the thing. But more than likely, if it's a straight road, either they weren't paying attention and went off road. Okay, pretty common, pretty thought. It's like, what an idiot. What a lot of people don't think is that this person might have had a medical episode, a diabetic medical episode, a cardiac arrest, just went unconscious because there was a respiratory problem, asthma attack, closed up, passed out because there's no oxygen, all the carbon dioxide buildup, all that stuff. There could have been a medical issue. Or mom and dad were fighting so bad, mom grabbed the steering wheel. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So the panic right here with everybody, it's going to cause you to also absorb their panic. I'm getting a little bit in here. You're going to absorb the panic. Like, oh, crap. Like, I just witnessed something. That's crazy. And then all of a sudden you see these people freaking out, not the driver getting out, but everyone's freaking out. It's like, oh, crap. Now you're starting to join their level of panic. So important to remain calm. So very important to remain calm. You need to remain calm so that you can do your job. If you feel like you have a moral duty to act, unless you're, there's no real legal duty to act. If you know what that is, you already know what it is. But moral duty, if you want to help, let's remain calm as best I can. And it's ensure on safety. Let's not get hit by a car trying to get on the other side. Okay. The car's not going to blow up. Okay. Don't worry about that. That's movie stuff. Car's not going to blow up. And then if there's any major bleeds, stop any major bleeds. But if it was a medical, like the guy's unconscious, he's not doing well, there's no bleeding and whatnot, you still got to call 911 to get somebody there. You know, if you know CPR, AED, well, you don't have an AED, but if you know CPR and all that stuff, you might be able to assist a little bit more, but don't join in to the dysfunction. Yeah, take a deep breath, help calm down, learn box breathing. So very quick, box breathing. You inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds. Do that 2 or 3 times. It'll shut down, well, not shut down, but it'll lower your nervous system from being activated. So it's good. He's checking both ways. Very nice. Let's go ahead and assist. But then we move on to the next video, I guess. Here we go. Dahlia. I love the song, but can't play it. Oh, somebody pulled out. Not a big deal. You navigated around it. Look for the next one. Got a nice little cardo, but we're going to make a left-hand turn. Good job recognizing it. Good swerve to the other side. God, this music is terrible. Did a good job. He switched it up. Very nice. We're going to turn left. He had to swerve right because he saw the person coming out. Intersections are hazardous areas for motorcycle riders. Yeah, we're going to censor them. That's fine. I don't care. I don't know what they're saying. Just minding my own business. Cute but deadly. That's the name. What a D-bag truck. What a D-bag. Music. Okay, cool. That just happened. Go to the right of the white vehicle. Get back into the lane split. Be pissed off if you want, but don't let it affect the rest of your ride. You're on a bike. They're stuck in traffic. They're having a worse day. Okay? it felt personal. All right, knee down, buddy. Yeah, boy. Hopefully we don't hit anything in the road. That's gonna cause us to mess up. Oh no, we went wide. Slow it down so your buddy can get back in. Oh, something happened.
You good?
Why is he stopping? So they're talking on their Cardo Pack Talk edges. These guys were talking on the Cardo Pack Talk edges. Very good to have. You can get the duo. So go halvesies with your bro. And this weekend, July 13th, or June 13th, June 14th is 20% off. Use code DD, DDTF, the fireman. DDTF. Links in description. Use that to get 20% off. Okay? On top of the duo discount already. And then get the Cardo app. All right. And if you don't have a phone mount, we're doing a little sponsor right here. If you don't have a phone mount, this is good. A little tank bag. I like it, but it's harder to navigate all that stuff. And you don't have maybe some room on this stuff. Get a rock form. I like rock form. So all the links are in the description for sponsors and for the motorcycle training system, all that stuff. Check it out. Let's see what happens here. You can do a U-turn. That's where the Smart Rider drills come into play. You can practice your U-turns, 24 drills. 24 drills. Oh, with a passenger, I can see why. Oh, no. Swerve. Okay. When people get mad, okay, we have a green light. Okay, that makes sense. All right, green light. We went through. Yeah, I could see getting angry, but still. You saved yourself. Good skills. All right, what's up with this? What's up with this? What are we doing? Oh, yoink. There, we're lifted up on the seat or on the rear tire. We're not going to be able to get off that. It's stuck. What happened, Moto Mama? Ah, it's Moto Mama. Is this her accident? She's on Instagram. All right, let's go. Let's do the real thing here. Moto Mama. Go ahead and flying. Ouch. 6 broken bones. 4 surgeries in 6 days. 4 titanium plates. 11 screws. 50 stitches. 4 elastics in the gums. 4 weeks. 50 stitches in the face. 4 elastics in my gums. 4 weeks of no solid foods, but I'm glad you caught it on camera. That sucks, though. That sucks. You at least flew like Superman for a while. What happened? That'll do it. I have seen her recover a little bit on Instagram. That's not good. Focus CBR. Oh, open lane pattern, switch to the new lane. Good job swerving over, applying the brakes because you don't want to hit the curb. You did a good job. You navigated that. All right. Oh, headlights. Weird. Don't like it. Move it out of the way. All right, moving on. That's scary. If you see headlights coming at you, that's either you're in the wrong lane or they're in the wrong lane. Here we go. Coming up to an intersection, locating hazardous situations. We got to be paying attention. Oh, random person cutting across. If they're going to do that, I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to stay back there because somebody else might do the same thing. All right, side of the vehicle, swerve. Woo! 129. We were going 81 miles an hour in an area that doesn't look like it's designed for highway speeds. Think about that. Think about that. All right, side of the bus coming in. Oh, everyone's applying the brakes really hard. Good job moving over so that the truck had room and you didn't get hit. Because that guy is trying not to hit a bus full of kids. All right. What is all this? Hey, Terry Bradshaw on Joe Rogan. But with that said, hope you guys ride safe, be safe, grab a slice of pizza and get out of here. All right. Gosh, it feels like we've been doing this for like 4 hours. You're allergic to surgical steel. Interesting. That's got to be a weird feeling. Like, 'cause you have to figure out how you're allergic, right? You have to figure out how you're allergic. And the only way you're going to figure that out, you know, is by having it first. But we're going to jump into this one. I think I'm just going to power through it. My voice is starting to go out. Lately, it's been going out. Am I getting to the age where I'm not a youngin' anymore? And I used to be able to do this for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours all the time. I don't know what's going on now. Maybe I'm just not hydrated. That's probably what it is. I need to hydrate more. I'm drinking energy drinks. Kirkland Peach. I'm allergic to assholes. So what happens when you wipe? You have to wear gloves? Like nitrile gloves? I got a solution for you. Get a bidet. I've had bidets since 2016. 10 years of bidet. I love bidets. And then you just get, I just get the dude wipes. One wipe. Nothing's on it. I haven't used the only time I use toilet paper is when I have to use toilet paper. I hate toilet paper. Bidets make you a better person for sure. Yep. What time to join the stream? Yeah, what a time. Yeah, we're talking about our buttholes. All right. The surgical steel is used for all sorts of things. Watch case. Oh, okay. Oh, so you probably found out from a watch. I'm living in Greece and my license was 2 hours on a parking lot. I learned a lot from your analysis. Hey, awesome. From Greece. Bidets are game changers. Yes. We talk about anything and everything here, and I get it. You guys are eating pizza right now. I'm sorry, but this is what we do. You know, in the fire service, you know, we talk about random stuff at dinner time. We're having lunch here, okay? And we're talking about bidets. I don't like the idea of water from a toilet squirting all my junk while on the toilet. That's why I take showers. I do agree with wet wipes. So yeah, I mean it's basically a shower for that one area that got dirty. You don't have to do a full body shower, but that's how clean you feel after a bidet. You get used to it. First time, it's like, what the heck? You get used to it. Toilet paper is filled with dyed bleach, not good for my starfish. Yeah, see, look at that. Because I'm regular in the morning. I don't want to take a shower. I like showering before bed. I like feeling clean with clean sheets in bed. I'm an evening shower guy. If I know for a fact I'm not going back outside and doing stuff, like I might take the dogs out, but like I'm not gonna sweat, I'm not gonna get dirty. I'm gonna take a shower and then like I'm home. You know what I mean? I don't like the idea of I like showering in the morning. It's a good feeling. Starts your day, you're fresh. But I still have to shower at night. So if I'm gonna shower in the morning, I'm showering twice. I have no problem showering. I like showering. It's fun. But man, I don't understand. It's like, I showered today. It's like you showered in the morning, you worked out, you went to work, you got sweaty after work, and now you're in the bed. Yeah, you showered in the morning. I don't get it. Shower, shave. I need a shave. Look at it. Look at this. Look how bald. Like this, guys. Look. See how like smooth. I actually need to talk to the guy that has my razors. He sent me something because we were gonna do something. Head Shave Club. I need to email him. Today's an email day. I just got an email from the military show. What is that? Oh, I do not like. One second. What's the military show? I don't know. Sometimes I get these emails. And I don't trust them. Is there anybody heard of the military show? Ah. It's a fake. It's a fake. It's a fake. Never mind. I'm going to put you in spam. I keep wiping and it feels like brown marker. It's just free ride. All right, we got to get into this. Here we go. We're gonna hit the record button. That's what bidets are for. We're gonna hit the record button. 3, 2, 1. This is an older video. Here we go, everybody. This is an older video. We're gonna be going over crashes and close calls. I'm gonna try not to pause. Okay, so we're gonna go over them. So if you're brand new, oh, that's not good.
Let's start.
See how the plan method works for everybody. So we're going to be going out after action reviews. This guy's going in and out of traffic, speeding. We're going 92, catching up to everybody. We're going to cross the double yellow, pass there, but we're not going to be able to navigate. And we slammed the front brake and had to layer down. So we got brake lights here. Oh, he just started recognizing it. We're fishtailing, found the escape, released, then stopped. So good job. Putting yourself in a new position for safety. It was a lot of fear, but he finally did release that rear brake. That's what was causing the fishtail. All right, so we're lane splitting. Watch out for any open gaps. There's the open gap right there. Good swerve in and out of it. Put your hands back on the handlebars because you don't know what's coming up. We're going to do this again. And we're doing the swerve. So everything I'm talking about, the plan method, it's part of the motorcycle training system. So check it out. Links in the description for everything, including Cardo and rock form. Okay, so
It's not known why the
we have light or sun in our eyes, so it's hard to see. Now we're gonna get on to here. Oh! Somebody pulled out in front of us. I think, tried to downshift. We pulled in the clutch. You hear the engine RPMs go up. We need to start applying the brakes. 3 things we can do: emergency swerve, emergency brake, emergency accelerate. We need to do good emergency progressive braking in that situation.
Hey, Cordo, stop.
Hey, Cardo, stop. So you can actually voice commands.
No, I wouldn't have turned if I did.
There's a sale going on right now for Cardo, June 13th to the 14th, 2026, 20% off. Use the code in the description. You'll get 20% off. So what he said was like, why did you do that? He's like, if I saw you, I wouldn't have. So at the end of the day, people aren't trying to kill you. It's just
We'll walk it in.
an accident. This is why as smart riders, we acquire and use personal protective equipment. Also maintain our fundamental skills of being able to brake in time, swerve in time, or accelerate out of a situation. Overall, pretty bad, but this is why we wear full gear.
Than there is to me.
Thank you to all the people that stopped and made sure I was good. If you liked the video, drop a like. Yeah, hit a like, guys. Illude. All right, moving on. Just cruising. Side of the vehicle right there. Is it going to come out? There it is. So intersections are hazardous areas. We talk about that in the book. So seeing that pattern of the side of the vehicle, hey, a little weird. Hey, what are we doing here? Oh, fell backwards onto us. Maybe going up a hill, maybe turning right. So that's where the slow speed maneuvers come into play with this portion of the training system. These are the Smart Rider drills, 24 drills. You only need 10 cones or 5 tennis balls cut in half. You can learn and practice your slow speed maneuvers and get really good with them so that you don't make these mistakes where you're like coming up a hill or turning right. It's like, uh-oh.
The driver in the front decided to
Kind of boxed in a little bit.
putting this rider in a really difficult
Good position so we can have an escape in between these two vehicles if needed. So they're going to slam the brakes. Swerve, 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 swerve. All right, I'm pausing that one real quick. So when I said you have an escape between the two vehicles, this is your escape. Don't try to keep trying to stop here or reach for the turn signal. Don't worry about your turn signal. Go for the escape. Don't worry about your turn signal. Just go for the escape. Because now you have damage. I thought he might have been going for the horn, but he went for the turn signal. Just go for it. You got to get out of it. No more being nice. Oh, this isn't going to be good. Nice and easy, nice and smooth. It's a curve with a lot of rain. Very good. Very good. Slow it down, slow it down. It's a sharper turn. Sharper turn. Very good. Oh, it's that bump. It was that bump in that transition. Yeah. So he was doing great. He was doing great. But it's a good visual to see what could happen when you're going over those transitions. Oh, no. So Buddy crashes. And then we go up and over. This is where we need to rescue as best we can. I mean, we have to rescue ourselves because our buddy can't help us. Well, maybe he can after his crash, but I don't know if we're still on the bike. I don't think we were on the bike anymore, but oof. As soon as I realized the rider in front of me low side, I probably panicked and applied max brake and thought ABS would kick in, but brake fully locked up. So some bikes have lean angle ABS. Some bikes don't. ABS usually only works when you're upright, not at the angle. That's why you don't stay as close. Real quick, notice the tire marks? You're not the first one. Oh, you see, look at the, right underneath MotoStars. He's not going to be able to help you. His back just smashed into that pole. So his hands are on. He just let go. I don't see him in any angle. So I think he might have stayed at that berm. I can't see him anywhere. Oh, there he is. There he is. Where's Waldo? There he is. Camera broke off. It's the V4. Okay. So changing to just sport mode will turn off most of the ABS. Hey, just leave it in normal. There it is. Only 821 miles. That's good advice. No more special for me. Okay. All right, dash cam, not a good sign. Typically, you're going to see a motorcycle rider get hit from somebody else's point of view.
Quickly turned out to be a poor decision.
Then get back inside where you are safe. Do not try to make emergency repairs, temporary repairs or salvage.
Why'd you do that? So he was speeding, tried to make it to the far right lane, didn't make it. Just chill, relax, time to rescue this guy. Grab McDonald's after this. Give yourself a nice sweet treat. Legs are all ripped up. What are we listening to? I don't care. All right, here we, oh, in the rain. So this is what the camera looks like. This is what your vision looks like. Side of the vehicle right there. Was able to swerve out of the way. Very nice. Oh, nice little rabbit ears. There's the open gap on this lane splitting hazard. Good job swerving out of the way. Get back in there, both hands. Maybe chill, because if you're going to have another one like this, that's something that you need to watch out for. You have a lot of skill, You have a lot of skill, but if you're going to keep having these problems, it might be best to slow it down because at some point you're going to run out of luck. You only have so much luck in your life. All right, what is everyone doing? We got this guy right here next to me switching over. What are we doing? Good job. Let him in. Just move on. Better than getting hit and sideswiped. Yeah, nice mohawk there. Remember when mohawk on helmets were cool? And then it went to cat ears? And now it's just kind of like nobody's doing it. They just want to look like a clean helmet. You know? I'm kind of glad because it was kind of dumb. All right, side of the vehicle right there. So they're pulling out. So now he's reaching for his finger. Reach for your front brake. What are you doing? That's interesting. That worked. I would have focused heavily on what I can do. Front brake or sword. Hey, it's this guy again. Same thing. Good job with the brake. You got to be... Maybe this is kind of the point of this part of the video is that if you're going to be riding fast in areas all over the place, you have to be really good with your swerves. So there's a lot of experience here, but it's not the experience I would want to have. Because that means I'm putting myself in a bunch of dangerous spots. All right, big open lane, everything. Shouldn't be any problems. Unless the side of the vehicle up ahead is starting to turn. Are they going to go in the first available lane? I hope so. Nope. So we're going to swerve out of the way. Very good. Handled it. Handled it. It is what it is. It is what it is. Did a good job getting away from it. Sharp turn. Okay, cool. We have another one possibly up ahead, so we're going to take it nice and easy. Oh, a random person because of the bike. Good job applying the brakes, slowing it down. Let's go ahead and get back into the appropriate gear and get going. Watch out for anybody doing it again. Oh, no. We're going to be... It's one of these. Found the escape. Roll off the throttle. Let's emergency accelerate out of here. Let's get away from the big truck. Don't worry about it. I'm not pulling over for you, buddy. All right. So, let's see. Pedestrian wants to cross. You can't really get mad considering you're stopping in the roadway when there's no... I don't know, whatever. Just move on. Just move on. But if you want to practice your U-turns right here, there you go. Just move on. That's the first time I've seen somebody Flintstone it backwards quick enough to do this.
For watching.
Okay, well, thank you for watching till the end, Moto Stars and everybody here. Make sure you guys grab a slice of pizza. Hopefully you learned a little bit from it. Check out the rest of my videos where I spend more time on these and go over the plan method. But if you want to, check out the links in the description. You're going to get all that information. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, some people like the no stop. Some people like the stop. I get comments both ways. You know, so I want to give everyone a little taste. Everyone gets a little bit. Everyone gets a little bit. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. But guys, I'm gonna get going. I have a package to deliver. I'm gonna walk in the heat. Well, how hot is it? It's 2 p.m. It's 140 degrees. 104 degrees Fahrenheit. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start editing these videos. There is a video tomorrow that's coming out. I got a bunch of videos coming out. Bunch of videos. I'm way ahead of schedule. That's gonna be nice, so I can focus on the book. And but with that said, like I said, grab a slice of pizza. I might grab one. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Bye. Bye.